In the gentle twilight of the Pokémon world, where soft breezes carry the whispers of ancient mysteries and moonlight illuminates paths through verdant meadows, there exists a creature of extraordinary potential whose story has captivated trainers and researchers for generations. This is the tale of Eevee, the evolution Pokemon, whose very essence embodies the endless possibilities that flow through the natural world like streams finding their way to the sea. Long ago, in the earliest days when humans first began to understand the profound bonds they could share with Pokemon, Eevee emerged as something truly remarkable, standing just 1 foot tall, with soft brown fur that catches light like autumn leaves, and large, expressive eyes that seem to hold the wisdom of countless generations. Eevee appeared deceptively simple. Yet beneath this gentle exterior lay genetic material so malleable, so responsive to the world around it, that scientists would spend decades trying to fully comprehend its miraculous nature. The discovery of Eevee's evolutionary potential began quietly, as many great revelations do. In the Kanto region, where rolling hills meet ancient forests and crystal clear streams wind through peaceful valleys, researchers first noticed that Eevee possessed an unusually unstable genetic structure. Unlike other Pokemon, whose evolutionary paths were clearly defined and predictable, Eevee seemed to dance on the very edge of transformation, ready to adapt and change in response to the slightest environmental influence. This remarkable adaptability stems from what researchers came to understand as Eva's unique genetic code, a complex tapestry of DNA that remains in constant flux. Where most Pokemon possess genetic material that guides them toward a single evolutionary destiny, Eevee's genes exist in a state of beautiful uncertainty, like water that can freeze into ice, evaporate into mist, or flow as liquid depending on the conditions it encounters. This genetic flexibility allows Eevee to sense and respond to elemental energies in ways that seem almost magical, even in a world where magic and science intertwine as naturally as morning dew forms on grass. The first of Eevee's evolutionary forms to be documented was Vaporeon, the bubble jet Pokemon, whose discovery occurred near the shores of Cerulean City, where the endless ocean meets the land in an eternal dance of waves. When Eevee is exposed to the pure essence of water, contained within what researchers call a water stone, something extraordinary happens. The transformation begins slowly, like the gradual shift from day to night, as Eevee's cellular structure begins to change at the most fundamental level. As the evolution unfolds, Eevee's brown fur transforms into a beautiful blue that mirrors the deepest parts of the ocean, while its body elongates and becomes more streamlined. Most remarkably, Vaporeon develops the ability to manipulate its cellular structure at will, allowing it to literally melt into water and become one with any body of liquid it encounters. This incredible adaptation means that Vaporeon can disappear into a puddle as easily as diving into a lake, moving through water with such grace that it becomes nearly invisible to those who might be watching from above the surface. Around the same time that Vaporeon's existence became known, researchers also documented the fiery transformation that occurs when Eevee encounters a firestone. This evolution gives birth to Flareon, the flame Pokemon, whose very presence seems to warm the air around it like a gentle hearth on a cold winter evening. Flareon's transformation is perhaps the most visually striking of all Eevee's evolutions, as its fur becomes a magnificent cascade of orange and yellow that seems to flicker and dance like living flames. The internal changes that occur during Flareon's evolution are equally remarkable. Its body temperature rises to extraordinary levels, yet this heat is not dangerous to those who approach with gentle intentions. Instead, Flareon's warmth is comforting and nurturing, like sunlight filtering through leaves on a peaceful afternoon. Within its body, a flame sac develops that can store heat energy and release it when needed, allowing Flareon to breathe fire that can reach temperatures of over 3,000 degrees, yet also to provide gentle warmth to those in need of comfort during cold nights. The third of the original evolutionary trio is Jolteon, the lightning Pokémon, born when Eevee's genetic potential encounters the crackling energy contained within a thunderstone. Jolteon's evolution represents perhaps the most dramatic physical transformation, as its body becomes lean and angular, perfectly designed for incredible speed and agility. Its fur takes on a golden yellow color that seems to shimmer with barely contained electrical energy, and indeed, every hair on Jolteon's body acts as a tiny lightning rod, capable of detecting and channeling electrical currents. What makes Jolteon truly extraordinary is its relationship with electricity itself. Unlike many electric type Pokemon that generate their own electrical energy, Jolteon serves as a living conductor, able to absorb electricity from its surroundings and amplify it through its unique physiology. During thunderstorms, Jolteon can often be seen standing fearlessly in open fields, its fur standing on end as it channels lightning strikes through its body without harm. This electrical mastery allows Jolteon to move at incredible speeds, its muscles enhanced by controlled electrical impulses that let it accelerate so quickly it seems to vanish and reappear like a golden bolt of lightning. These three original evolutions establish the foundation of what researchers began to call the Eevee phenomenon, but they represented only the beginning of a much larger mystery. As years passed and exploration expanded beyond the familiar borders of Kanto, new discoveries awaited in distant regions where different environmental conditions and energies would reveal even more of Eevee's hidden potential. The passage of time brought with it deeper understanding of how Eevee's evolutionary process worked. Scientists discovered that the transformation was not merely a physical change triggered by external elements, but rather a profound harmonization between Eevee's genetic potential and the elemental energies it encountered. Each evolution represented a perfect adaptation, as if Eevee's DNA contained blueprints for multiple forms of existence, waiting for the right key to unlock each hidden design. This understanding grew even more complex as researchers began to notice that some Eevee evolutions seemed to require more than simple exposure to elemental stones. Environmental factors, emotional bonds with trainers, and even the time of day began to play roles in determining which evolutionary path an individual Eevee might take. It became clear that Eevee's transformation was not just about genetics and elements, but about the subtle interplay between a Pokemon's inner nature and the world around it. In the quiet laboratories where this research took place, often late into the night, when the only sounds were the gentle humming of equipment and the soft breathing of sleeping Pokemon, scientists marveled at the implications of their discoveries. Here was a Pokemon that seemed to embody the very concept of adaptation itself, a living testament to the incredible diversity and potential that exists within the natural world. Each Eevee evolution told a story not just of transformation, but of harmony between creature and environment, of finding one's true nature through connection with the elemental forces that shape the world. As our understanding of these remarkable creatures deepened, it became apparent that Eevee's story was far from complete. The three original evolutions, magnificent as they were, represented only a glimpse into the vast potential that lay dormant within Eevee's extraordinary genetic code. In regions yet to be fully explored, under conditions not yet fully understood, more evolutionary possibilities waited to be discovered, each one a new chapter in the ever expanding tale of the Evolution Pokémon and its incredible journey through the endless possibilities of existence. The discovery of these deeper evolutionary mechanisms led researchers to explore regions beyond Kanto with renewed purpose and careful observation. In the mystical forests of Johto, where ancient traditions spoke of Pokemon that changed with the cycles of day and night, scientists began to notice unusual patterns in wild Eevee populations. These Eevee seemed to possess an almost ethereal quality, their eyes reflecting starlight with unusual intensity, their movements synchronized with the subtle rhythms of celestial bodies overhead. It was here, in the dappled moonlight filtering through ancient oak leaves, that researchers first witnessed something extraordinary. As the sun began its gentle descent toward the horizon, painting the sky in soft pastels of rose and amber, certain Eevee would undergo a transformation unlike anything previously documented. Their brown fur would shimmer and shift, taking on the deep, velvety darkness of twilight itself. Yellow rings would begin to glow along their bodies, pulsing with the same mysterious energy that seemed to flow through the night air. These transformed creatures moved with fluid grace through the shadows, their luminous markings creating trails of golden light that danced like fireflies in the gathering dusk. Thus was Umbreon discovered, the moonlight Pokémon, an evolution that seemed to embody the very essence of night itself. The process by which this transformation occurred fascinated researchers for its elegant simplicity and profound complexity. Unlike the elemental stones that triggered the earlier known evolutions, Umbreon's emergence required something far more subtle and beautiful. The bond between trainer and Eevee, nurtured through countless shared experiences and deepened through genuine affection, created a resonance that could unlock this nocturnal potential. But this bond alone was not sufficient. The transformation required the specific energies present during nighttime hours, when the moon's gentle light and the stars' distant radiance created the perfect conditions for this remarkable metamorphosis. Scientists studying this phenomenon often found themselves working through the peaceful hours of night, their research stations illuminated by soft lantern light as they observed the delicate interplay between emotion, environment, and evolution. They discovered that Umbreon's rings served not merely as decoration, but as sophisticated organs capable of absorbing and storing lunar energy. During the day, these rings would dim to a faint golden glow, but as darkness fell, they would brighten and pulse with collected moonlight, allowing Umbreon to move through even the deepest shadows with perfect confidence and grace. The counterpart to this nocturnal evolution soon revealed itself in the early morning hours, as dawn's first light began to paint the eastern skies in gentle shades of gold and coral. As researchers continued their observations through the complete cycle of day and night, they witnessed Eevee transformations that occurred in the soft, magical moments when sunlight first touched the dewdrops on grass and flowers. These evolutions produced creatures of radiant beauty, their fur taking on the warm, lustrous purple of amethyst touched by sunrise. Delicate, cat-like features emerged, and a red gem appeared upon their foreheads, glowing with the concentrated essence of solar energy. Espeon, the sun Pokémon, represented the diurnal complement to Umbreon's nocturnal nature. Where Umbreon moved through shadows with quiet confidence, Espeon basked in sunlight, its psychic abilities enhanced by the life-giving energy of day. The same deep bond of friendship that could produce Umbreon would, when combined with the energies present during daylight hours, unlock this psychic evolution instead. Researchers marveled at the elegant symmetry of this discovery, two evolutions that seemed to represent the eternal dance between day and night, light and shadow, conscious thought and intuitive wisdom. The psychic abilities that Espeon possessed opened entirely new avenues of research into Eevee's evolutionary potential. Scientists discovered that the forehead gem was not merely decorative, but served as a focus for psychic energy so refined that Espeon could predict weather patterns by sensing minute changes in air currents, could locate lost objects by following psychic traces invisible to other Pokémon, and could even sense the emotions and intentions of creatures around it with remarkable accuracy. These abilities suggested that Eevee's genetic code contained not just the blueprints for physical adaptation, but for entirely different forms of consciousness and perception. As word of these discoveries spread through the scientific community, research expeditions began to venture into even more remote and diverse environments, guided by the growing understanding that Eevee's evolutionary potential might be far more extensive than anyone had previously imagined. In the frozen landscapes of regions where winter reigned eternal, where crystalline ice formations created natural cathedrals of breathtaking beauty, researchers encountered Eevee populations that had adapted to the harsh, pristine conditions in ways that defied conventional understanding. The ice-type evolution that emerged from these frigid environments possessed a beauty that seemed almost otherworldly. Glaceon, as it came to be known, displayed fur of the palest blue, reminiscent of ancient glacial ice that had been compressed and purified over countless centuries. Its breath created delicate clouds of frost that sparkled in the cold air, and its ability to manipulate ice and snow with precise control suggested an evolutionary adaptation that went far beyond simple resistance to cold temperatures. The transformation process itself seemed to require exposure to specialized ice formations, crystalline structures that had formed under specific conditions of temperature and pressure found only in the most remote polar regions. Researchers studying glaciation often worked in conditions of profound silence, where the only sounds were the gentle whisper of wind across ice and the soft crunch of snow beneath their feet. In these pristine environments, they observed how Glacian could create ice crystals of extraordinary complexity and beauty, each one unique in its geometric perfection. The evolutionary process that produced Glacian appeared to require not just cold temperatures, but exposure to what scientists termed evolutionary ice, formations that contained trace minerals and energy patterns capable of triggering this specific transformation. The counterpart to this ice evolution revealed itself in environments of entirely different character, where volcanic activity and geothermal energy created landscapes of raw, elemental power. In regions where the Earth's inner fire broke through to the surface, creating hot springs, geysers, and fields of volcanic glass. Researchers discovered evolutionary conditions that could produce transformations of remarkable intensity and beauty. Leafeon emerged from these investigations as an evolution that seemed to embody the very essence of plant life itself, its fur taking on the fresh, vibrant green of new growth, its tail resembling a broad leaf that could photosynthesize sunlight with remarkable efficiency. The discovery of Leafeon's evolutionary requirements revealed yet another layer of complexity in Eevee's transformation mechanisms. Rather than requiring exposure to intense heat or volcanic energy, as researchers initially suspected, Leafeon's evolution was triggered by proximity to what became known as the Moss Rock, a formation that seemed to concentrate and focus the life-giving energies of growing plants. These rocks, found in areas where plant life flourished with unusual vigor and diversity, created fields of energy that could unlock Eevee's potential for perfect harmony with the botanical world. Scientists studying Leafeon often found their research taking place in environments of incredible natural beauty, where ancient trees created canopies so dense that sunlight filtered through in gentle, green-tinted rays. The sound of rustling leaves provided a constant, soothing backdrop to their observations as they documented how Leafeon could purify air through its breath, could sense the health and needs of plants across vast distances, and could even encourage accelerated growth in struggling vegetation through some form of empathic connection with the plant kingdom. These discoveries fundamentally altered the scientific understanding of evolution itself, suggesting that the process was not merely about survival and adaptation, but about achieving perfect harmony between a creature and its chosen environment. Each Eevee evolution represented not just a physical transformation, but a complete realignment of consciousness, abilities, and purpose that allowed the evolved Pokémon to serve as a bridge between the material world and the elemental forces that shaped it. The profound implications of these evolutionary discoveries extended far beyond the realm of simple biological study, revealing connections between consciousness, environment, and transformation that challenged conventional understanding of life itself. As researchers delved deeper into the mechanisms underlying Eevee's remarkable adaptability, they began to uncover evidence of what could only be described as evolutionary consciousness, a form of awareness that seemed to guide the transformation process with an intelligence that transcended ordinary instinct. This consciousness appeared to manifest most clearly in the evolution known as Espeon, a transformation that occurred not through exposure to specific environmental conditions or evolutionary stones, but through the cultivation of deep emotional bonds during particular times of day when psychic energies reach their peak intensity. Espeon represented perhaps the most mysterious of all Eevee evolutions, its pale purple fur seeming to shimmer with an inner light that reflected its heightened psychic abilities. The gem embedded in its forehead served as both a focus for its telepathic powers and a window into the complex mental landscape that psychic type Pokemon inhabited. Researchers studying Espeon found themselves confronting questions about the nature of consciousness itself, as these evolved Pokemon demonstrated abilities that seemed to transcend the boundaries of individual awareness. They could sense emotions across vast distances, predict weather patterns days in advance by reading atmospheric psychic emanations, and even glimpse fragments of possible futures through their enhanced perception of temporal energy flows. The evolutionary process that created Espeon appeared to be intimately connected with the bond between trainer and Pokemon, requiring not just affection, but a form of mutual understanding that approached telepathic communication. This bond seemed to catalyze the transformation during daylight hours when solar radiation interacted with latent psychic energies in ways that scientists were still struggling to comprehend. The resulting evolution produced a Pokemon whose loyalty was matched only by its extraordinary sensitivity to the emotional and mental states of those around it, creating relationships of unprecedented depth and understanding. In stark contrast to Espeon's daylight evolution stood its nocturnal counterpart, Umbreon, whose transformations occurred under similar bonding conditions, but during the mysterious hours when darkness held dominion over the land. Umbreon's sleek, black fur seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it, while golden rings adorned its body like ancient symbols of lunar power. These markings were not merely decorative, but served as conduits for dark-type energy, allowing Umbreon to manipulate shadows and darkness with an artistry that bordered on the supernatural. The study of Umbreon revealed fascinating insights into the relationship between light and shadow, positive and negative energies, and the delicate balance that existed between opposing forces in the natural world. Unlike many dark-type Pokemon, whose abilities were associated with aggression or malevolence, Umbreon demonstrated that darkness could be a force of protection and comfort, using its mastery over shadows to shield allies from harm and its keen night vision to serve as a guardian during the vulnerable hours of sleep. The golden rings that adorned its body would glow with gentle luminescence when Umbreon felt strong emotions, creating a visual language of affection and loyalty that transcended words. These dual evolutions of day and night, psychic and dark, seem to represent fundamental aspects of existence itself, suggesting that Eevee's evolutionary potential was connected to cosmic forces far greater than any single environment or condition. The fact that both transformations required the cultivation of deep emotional bonds pointed toward an even more profound truth about evolution as a process guided not merely by survival needs, but by love, understanding, and the mysterious connections that could form between different forms of consciousness. As research into Eevee's evolutionary mechanisms continued, scientists began to discover that the story was far from complete. Hidden within ancient texts and folklore were references to additional evolutionary possibilities that seemed to exist at the very edges of scientific understanding. These legendary transformations spoke of Eevee evolutions that could only occur under the most extraordinary circumstances when multiple environmental factors aligned with astronomical events and emotional conditions in ways that happened perhaps once in a generation. The pursuit of these theoretical evolutions led researchers into remote corners of the world where reality seemed more fluid, where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms grew thin enough for transformations of unprecedented power and beauty to manifest. In these places, where ancient energies still flowed through ley lines invisible to ordinary perception, scientists documented phenomena that challenged every assumption about the limits of evolutionary possibility. The deeper implications of Eevee's evolutionary diversity extended into realms of philosophical inquiry that touched upon the fundamental nature of identity and potential. Each evolution represented not merely a different physical form, but an entirely different way of experiencing and interacting with reality. A Vaporeon perceived the world through the fluid dynamics of water, sensing currents and tides as extensions of its own being, while a Jolteon experienced existence as a constant flow of electrical energy, its consciousness flickering between states of charge and discharge in patterns too rapid for human comprehension. This multiplicity of possible selves within a single genetic framework suggested profound truths about the nature of consciousness and identity that resonated far beyond the realm of Pokemon research. The idea that a single being could contain within itself the potential for such radically different forms of existence spoke to questions about the nature of the self, the role of environment in shaping identity, and the mysterious processes by which consciousness adapted to new forms of embodiment. The study of these evolutionary transformations also revealed the extraordinary sensitivity of the evolutionary process to subtle environmental cues and energy patterns that existed just beyond the threshold of ordinary perception. The fact that specific rocks, temperatures, times of day, and emotional states could trigger such dramatic transformations suggested that the world was far more interconnected and responsive to consciousness than conventional science had previously recognized. In the quiet laboratories where researchers continued their patient observations, surrounded by the gentle sounds of Pokemon at rest and the soft humming of monitoring equipment, a new understanding of evolution was slowly emerging. This understanding spoke of transformation as a collaborative process between consciousness and environment, guided by forces of harmony and balance that operated according to principles more subtle and beautiful than simple competition for survival. Each Eevee evolution stood as a testament to the profound creativity inherent in the evolutionary process, demonstrating that adaptation could be an art form as much as a survival mechanism, creating beings of extraordinary beauty and capability through the patient cultivation of potential that existed within every living creature. The ancient texts discovered in forgotten archives beneath the ruins of civilizations that had coexisted with Pokemon for millennia spoke of Eevee as something far more significant than a simple creature capable of multiple evolutionary paths. These weathered scrolls, their edges soft with age, and their ink faded to barely visible traces, described Eevee as a living embodiment of the principle of infinite possibility, a creature that served as a bridge between the world as it was and the world as it could become. The scholars who had penned these documents understood something that modern science was only beginning to rediscover through careful observation and patient study. They recognized that Eevee's evolutionary flexibility was not an accident of genetics, but rather a fundamental expression of the universe's inherent creativity and potential for transformation. In the deepest meditative traditions practiced by those who had spent their lives in communion with Pokemon, Eevee was revered as a teacher of adaptability and acceptance. The masters of these ancient practices spoke of how observing Eevee's relationship with its environment could reveal profound truths about the nature of change and the wisdom of flowing with life's currents rather than resisting them. They understood that each potential evolution represented not just a physical transformation, but a different philosophical approach to existence, a unique way of finding harmony between inner nature and outer circumstance. The path of Vaporeon taught the wisdom of flexibility and emotional depth, showing how strength could be found in the ability to flow around obstacles rather than confronting them directly. The way of Jolteon demonstrated the power of quick thinking and decisive action, revealing how energy properly channeled could illuminate even the darkest situations with brilliant clarity. The evolutionary process itself was observed to follow patterns that seemed to reflect deeper cosmic rhythms, as if the transformations were synchronized with subtle cycles that governed the flow of energy throughout the natural world. Researchers who had dedicated their careers to understanding these patterns discovered that certain times of year, certain phases of the moon, and certain alignments of natural forces created windows of opportunity when evolutionary transformations occurred with greater frequency and intensity. During these periods, the very air seemed to shimmer with potential, and Eevee populations displayed heightened sensitivity to environmental stimuli, as if they were listening to frequencies of change that existed just beyond normal perception. The relationship between trainer and Eevee during these evolutionary transitions revealed aspects of consciousness and connection that challenged traditional understanding of the boundaries between separate beings. Those who had experienced the privilege of witnessing an Eevee's evolution firsthand described a phenomenon of shared awareness, a moment of profound unity where the distinction between observer and observed seemed to dissolve entirely. In these instances, trainers reported experiencing flashes of insight into their Pokemon's inner world, brief glimpses of what it felt like to perceive reality through senses adapted to entirely different elements and energies. These experiences suggested that the evolutionary process was not merely a biological transformation, but an expansion of consciousness that could encompass multiple beings simultaneously. The study of regional variations in Eevee evolution patterns revealed how profoundly the character of a place could influence the direction of transformation. In areas where ancient forests had grown undisturbed for centuries, Leafeon evolutions occurred with remarkable frequency, as if the accumulated wisdom and patience of the trees had created an atmosphere conducive to plant-type transformation. Coastal regions, with their eternal dialogue between land and sea, fostered Vaporeon evolutions, while mountainous areas crackling with atmospheric electricity naturally encouraged the emergence of Jolteon. These patterns suggested that evolution was not simply a response to immediate environmental pressures, but rather a deep attunement to the essential character and energy signature of a place. The emergence of the fairy-type evolution, Sylveon, marked a particularly significant development in the understanding of Eevee's evolutionary potential. This transformation required not environmental exposure, but rather the cultivation of a specific quality of emotional bond and affection that transcended ordinary relationships. The discovery that love itself could serve as an evolutionary catalyst opened entirely new avenues of research into the role of consciousness and emotion in biological transformation. Scientists began to recognize that the evolution of Sylvian represented evidence of forces at work in the natural world that operated according to principles of harmony, connection, and mutual care rather than simple survival advantage. In the quiet sanctuaries where Eevee lived in their natural state, undisturbed by human intervention, researchers observed complex social behaviors that suggested these Pokemon possessed an innate understanding of their own evolutionary potential. Young Eevee were seen engaging in subtle forms of play and exploration that seemed designed to test their affinity for different elements and energies. Some would spend hours near water sources, their movements gradually becoming more fluid and graceful, while others gravitated toward sunny clearings where they would bask in the light with an intensity that suggested deep cellular preparation for potential transformation. These behaviors indicated that the evolutionary process began long before any external catalyst was applied, with consciousness itself serving as the primary organizing force that guided the direction of change. The documentation of these natural behaviors led to a deeper appreciation for the role of choice and intention in evolutionary transformation. Rather than being passive recipients of environmental influence, Eevee appeared to participate actively in their own evolutionary journey, making subtle decisions and adjustments that influenced which potential future would manifest. This understanding revolutionized approaches to Pokemon care and training, emphasizing the importance of creating conditions that supported the natural unfolding of each individual's unique evolutionary path, rather than attempting to force predetermined outcomes. The philosophical implications of these discoveries extended far beyond the realm of Pokemon research, touching upon fundamental questions about the nature of potential and the relationship between consciousness and physical form. If a single creature could contain within itself the capacity for such radically different expressions of being, what did this suggest about the hidden potentials that might exist within all living things? The study of Eevee evolution became a window into understanding how consciousness and environment collaborated in the ongoing creation of reality, revealing transformation not as a rare exception, but as a fundamental principle underlying all existence. In the gentle twilight hours, when the boundary between day and night created conditions of perfect balance, researchers often observed Eevee displaying behaviors that seemed to transcend their current form entirely. These moments of transcendence, captured in careful notes and soft spoken observations, suggested that the evolutionary potential existed not as separate possibilities, but as a unified field of consciousness that could be accessed and expressed through focused intention and environmental harmony. The deeper the understanding of these processes became, the more it revealed about the profound intelligence and creativity that guided the unfolding of life in all its magnificent diversity and endless potential for transformation. The profound mysteries surrounding Eevee's evolutionary nature continued to unfold through decades of patient observation and gentle inquiry. In the research facilities nestled within the peaceful valleys of Johto, Scientists discovered that the electromagnetic fields generated by different evolutionary stones created subtle but measurable changes in the atmospheric conditions surrounding Eevee populations. These energy signatures, barely perceptible to human senses, seem to resonate with specific neural pathways within the Eevee brain, creating what researchers termed evolutionary harmonics, frequencies of consciousness that aligned with particular transformative potentials. The Waterstone's influence extended far beyond its immediate vicinity, creating rippling patterns of energy that mimicked the gentle lapping of waves against a shoreline. Eevee, exposed to these subtle vibrations over extended periods, showed increased activity in brain regions associated with emotional depth and fluid adaptability. Their sleep patterns shifted toward longer, more profound rest cycles that resembled the deep currents of ocean trenches, while their waking hours became characterized by an almost meditative awareness of moisture levels in the air and the subtle sounds of distant water sources. Firestones generated entirely different patterns of influence, their energy signatures pulsing with the steady rhythm of a heartbeat or the crackling warmth of a well tended hearth. The Eva drawn to these energies displayed heightened metabolic rates and an increased sensitivity to temperature variations that suggested their cellular structure was already beginning to adapt to the possibility of internal heat generation. Their play behaviors became more dynamic and expressive, with movements that seemed to dance between their current form and the fiery potential that lay dormant within their genetic code. Thunderstones created perhaps the most fascinating electromagnetic phenomena, generating rapid bursts of low level electrical activity that synchronized with the neural firing patterns of nearby Eevee. These creatures developed an almost supernatural awareness of atmospheric pressure changes and could often be observed becoming restless hours before thunderstorms arrived in their region. Their fur took on subtle static properties, creating tiny sparks when they moved through dry grass or brushed against certain materials, as if their bodies were already preparing to channel and direct electrical energy. The discovery of leaf stones buried in ancient forest groves revealed another layer of complexity in the evolutionary process. These stones seem to pulse in harmony with the seasonal cycles of plant growth, their energy signatures shifting subtly throughout the year in response to the changing needs of the forest ecosystem. Eevee, influenced by these stones, developed a remarkable sensitivity to plant life, often being found sleeping curled among the roots of ancient trees or spending long hours in meditation like states surrounded by flowering meadows. Their breathing patterns gradually synchronized with the photosynthetic rhythms of nearby vegetation, creating a symbiotic relationship that suggested evolution toward a more plant like existence. Moonstones presented perhaps the most enigmatic evolutionary influence, their ethereal energy patterns seeming to ebb and flow in accordance with lunar cycles that stretched far beyond the simple phases visible in the night sky. The Eevee, drawn to these mysterious stones, displayed nocturnal tendencies and an increased sensitivity to subtle changes in gravitational fields. Their vocalizations became softer and more musical, often described by researchers as resembling the distant singing of celestial bodies moving through space. These creatures seem to exist partially outside normal temporal flow, their movements possessing a dreamlike quality that suggested awareness of dimensions beyond ordinary physical reality. Sunstones radiated warmth and light in patterns that mirrored the complex dance of solar radiation filtering through Earth's atmosphere. Eevee, influenced by these stones, developed coats that seemed to shimmer with an inner luminescence, particularly during the golden hours of dawn and dusk when natural light created the most favorable conditions for their transformation. Their circadian rhythms became exquisitely attuned to solar cycles, with periods of activity and rest that followed the sun's journey across the sky with mathematical precision. Ice stones, discovered in the crystalline caves of remote mountain peaks, generated cooling energy patterns that seemed to slow time itself in their immediate vicinity. The Eevee drawn to these stones moved with deliberate grace, their breath visible even in moderate temperatures, as their internal systems began adapting to the possibility of existing in frozen environments. Their metabolic processes gradually shifted toward greater efficiency, requiring less food and water while maintaining perfect health and vitality. The transformation toward Glaceon appeared to involve not just physical adaptation, but a fundamental shift in the perception of time and space. The relationship between Eevee and their human companions added yet another dimension to the evolutionary equation. Researchers observed that the emotional bonds formed between these Pokémon and their trainers created unique energy signatures that could influence evolutionary outcomes in unexpected ways. The development of Espeon and Umbreon seemed particularly dependent on these psychic connections, with the quality and depth of the human Pokémon relationship serving as a catalyst for transformations that transcended mere exposure to day or night conditions. Espeon evolution appeared to be triggered by experiences of profound trust and emotional openness shared between trainer and Pokémon during daylight hours. The psychic abilities that emerged seemed to grow directly from the neural pathways established through empathic communication and mutual understanding. These evolved Pokemon retained an almost telepathic connection with their original trainers, suggesting that the evolutionary process had created permanent bridges between consciousness that transcended individual identity. Umbreon development followed similar patterns but required the deep, quiet intimacy of nighttime bonding experiences. The darkness seemed to strip away superficial layers of communication, allowing for connections that reached into the subconscious realms where true understanding resided. The evolved Umbreon's ability to manipulate shadows and darkness appeared to stem from mastery of these hidden dimensions of consciousness, using the night as a gateway to powers that existed beyond ordinary perception. Flareon evolution represented a return to humanity's ancient connection with the natural world, requiring not just proximity to moss-covered rocks, but genuine communion with forest ecosystems. Trainers who successfully guided their Eevee toward this transformation often reported profound experiences of environmental awareness, feeling temporarily connected to the vast network of plant communication that underlies all forest life. The evolved Leafin seemed to serve as a bridge between human consciousness and the slow, patient wisdom of trees and growing things. Glaceon transformation demanded experiences of pristine stillness and crystalline clarity that could only be found in the world's most remote ice formations. The evolutionary process appeared to require a kind of meditation on the nature of permanence and change, with both trainer and Pokemon learning to find warmth and life within apparent coldness and stillness. The resulting Glaxion possessed not just control over ice and snow, but a deep understanding of the beauty and necessity of preservation and conservation. Sylvian evolution marked perhaps the most mysterious development in Eevee evolutionary science, requiring the activation of fairy type energies that seem to exist at the intersection of emotion, imagination, and reality itself. The ribbon like appendages that characterize this evolution appeared to be physical manifestations of emotional bonds made visible, creating tangible connections between the Pokemon and the sources of affection and care in its environment. The transformation process seemed to involve a fundamental shift in how the creature perceived and interacted with the emotional landscape of its world, developing abilities that could influence the feelings and attitudes of other beings through direct energetic contact. As research continued through the years, it became increasingly clear that Eevee evolution represented far more than simple adaptation to environmental conditions. Each transformation appeared to involve a complete reorganization of consciousness itself, with the evolved form representing not just a physical change, but an entirely new way of experiencing and interacting with reality. The original Eevee essence remained present in each evolution, but it was expressed through radically different perceptual frameworks that opened access to previously hidden dimensions of existence. This understanding transformed the way researchers approach the study of consciousness and identity, revealing evolution as a process of consciousness expansion rather than mere physical adaptation, where each new form represented a unique window into the infinite potential that existed within the fundamental structure of life itself. The journey through Eevee's evolutionary pathway, therefore, became a profound metaphor for the diverse paths consciousness itself could take, each Eeveelution a distinct philosophy embodied in form. The quiet grace of Vaporeon, effortlessly navigating the currents of aquatic realms, spoke to an acceptance of fluidity and the interconnectedness of all life within the vast oceans. Its very existence seemed to whisper of ancient primordial beginnings, of the dawn of life emerging from the primal waters. The subtle undulations of its tail, the gentle glow of its fins, all suggested a deep, inherent understanding of the rhythm of tides and the silent language of the deep. For those who sought to understand the mysteries of the deep ocean, Vaporeon served as a living guide, its presence a comforting reminder of the enduring power and serene beauty of water. Then there was Jolteon, a creature crackling with barely contained energy, a living conduit for the raw power of electricity. Its evolution spoke to the human fascination with speed, with efficiency, and with the harnessing of natural forces. The sharp, spiky fur of Jolteon, constantly emitting faint electrical charges, was a testament to the dynamic, transformative power that lay dormant within the Eevee, awakened by the Thunderstone. Its movements were lightning quick, a blur across the landscape, symbolizing the rapid progress and innovative spirit that drives technological advancement. Yet despite its electrifying presence, there was a certain controlled ferocity to Jolteon, a disciplined application of its immense power, reminding us that true strength lies not just in raw force, but in its intelligent deployment. Flareon, with its fiery mane and comforting warmth, represented an entirely different facet of existence. Its evolution, triggered by the Firestone, spoke to the primal comfort of a hearth, the destructive beauty of a wildfire, and the passionate intensity of the human spirit. The soft, luxurious fur of Flareon, radiating a gentle heat, offered a sense of security and belonging, a living embodiment of warmth in a cold world. Its movements were less about speed and more about a powerful, steady presence, a beacon of enduring energy. Flareon reminded us of the importance of passion, of the inner fire that fuels creativity and connection, and of the transformative power of controlled warmth, whether it be in forging metals or in fostering relationships. Espeon, bathed in the soft glow of psychic energy, represented the awakening of the mind's inner eye, the development of intuition, and the connection to higher states of awareness. Its evolution, nurtured by strong bonds and exposure to daylight, signified a turning inward, a deepening of self-understanding, and an expansion of perception beyond the five senses. The elegant, feline form of Espeon, with its sensitive, bifurcated tail and piercing gaze, seemed to absorb and reflect the subtle energies of its environment, its every movement imbued with a quiet knowing. It was a Pokémon that moved with purpose, guided by an inner compass, a living symbol of intellect, foresight, and the profound power of empathy. Its presence often brought a sense of calm and clarity, as if it could read the hidden currents of thought and emotion in the air. Umbreon, shrouded in the mysteries of the night, embodied resilience, introspection, and the protective power of darkness. Its evolution, forged under the light of the moon and through deep companionship, mirrored humanity's journey through self-discovery and the confronting of inner shadows. The sleek, dark fur of Umbreon, adorned with luminous rings that glowed faintly in the dim light, spoke of hidden strengths and unspoken wisdom. It was a creature of cautious movements, observing from the periphery, its keen senses attuned to the subtle shifts in the nocturnal world. Umbreon taught that true understanding often comes from periods of quiet contemplation, from embracing the unknown, and from finding light within the depths of darkness. Its very existence was a testament to the enduring power of protection and the quiet strength found in solitude. Leafeon, with its verdant fur and leaf-like appendages, was a living testament to the enduring power of nature, a gentle guardian of the forest's delicate balance. Its evolution, facilitated by the ancient energy of mossy rocks, was a return to elemental roots, a profound connection to the growth cycles of the earth. The subtle rustling of its leaves, the faint scent of fresh soil that seemed to emanate from its form, all spoke of a deep communion with the natural world. Leafeon moved with an unhurried grace, its presence calming the surrounding flora, encouraging growth and vitality. It was a reminder of the quiet wisdom of patience, the interconnectedness of all living things within an ecosystem, and the restorative power of returning to nature's embrace. Its very being was a hymn to the cycles of life and regeneration. Glaceon, sculpted from ice and embodying crystalline purity, represented the beauty of stillness, the enduring nature of preservation, and the profound strength found in resilience against harsh conditions. Its evolution, triggered by the pure, unblemished energy of icy rocks, was a testament to the ability to thrive in challenging environments and find warmth within coldness. The intricate patterns of frost that often adorned Glaceon's fur, the almost ethereal quality of its movements, all spoke of a mastery over the elements and a deep understanding of the delicate balance between permanence and change. Glaceon moved with a quiet dignity, its presence bringing a crisp clarity to the air, a sense of pristine beauty. It taught that even in the most unforgiving landscapes, life finds a way to endure and flourish, and that true strength can be found in stillness and enduring patience. And then Sylveon, a creature woven from threads of pure emotion and connection, truly pushing the boundaries of what Eevee evolution could entail. Its development, fostered through unwavering affection and the awakening of fairy type energies, represented the profound power of empathy, the visible manifestation of love, and the intricate dance of emotional bonds that tie all beings together. The delicate, ribbon like feelers that extended from Sylveon's body, sensing and influencing the emotions of others, were a physical embodiment of compassion and understanding. Its movements were graceful, almost ethereal, its presence radiating a comforting warmth and a gentle healing energy. Sylveon was a living testament to the idea that love and connection are not just abstract concepts, but tangible forces that can shape and transform the world. It reminded us that the deepest magic often lies within the bonds we forge with others, and that true strength can be found in tenderness and unwavering care. Each of these 8 distinct paths, when viewed collectively, painted a comprehensive picture of the universe's inherent diversity and the boundless potential residing within a single genetic blueprint. The Eevee, in its raw, unevolved state, was merely a vessel, a blank canvas awaiting the brushstrokes of environment, emotion, and elemental influence. Its very existence was a celebration of potentiality, a genetic enigma that continued to fascinate scientists and philosophers alike. The ability of a single creature to adapt and transform into such radically different forms spoke volumes about the plasticity of life itself and the intricate dance between nature and nurture. The ongoing research into the Eva line wasn't solely focused on the physical mechanisms of evolution, but increasingly on the profound psychological and philosophical implications of these transformations. What did it mean for a creature to completely reconfigure its physical and energetic state based on external stimuli and internal bonds? Was it a conscious choice on the part of the Eevee, or an innate, predetermined response to its environment and the depth of its connection to its trainer? The answers remained elusive, layered within the complex interplay of genetics, environment, and the mysterious power of life itself. Some theories propose that the Eevee possessed a unique form of conscious adaptability, a latent ability to attune itself to the dominant energies of its surroundings or the strongest emotional bonds it experienced. In this view, the evolutionary stones, fire, water, thunder, were not merely catalysts, but rather concentrated packets of elemental energy that the Eevee could absorb and integrate into its very being, reshaping its genetic expression. Similarly, the deep emotional connections required for Espeon, Umbreon, and Sylveon, or the environmental influences for Leafeon and Glaceon, were seen as forms of energetic resonance, guiding the Eevee towards the most harmonious and beneficial evolutionary pathway for its developing consciousness. The very concept of a branching evolution was a rarity in the Pokemon world, making Eevee a subject of intense scientific scrutiny and wonder. Most Pokemon evolved along a linear path, their transformations largely predetermined. Eevee, however, defied this norm, offering a multitude of potential futures, each one a complete reinterpretation of its core essence. This made the Eevee a powerful symbol of choice, of adaptability, and of the infinite possibilities that lie within each individual. The study of Eevee also brought forth ethical considerations. With such a profound impact on its very being, the responsibility of a trainer in guiding an Eevee's evolution became a heavy one. It was not merely about obtaining a powerful Pokemon, but about understanding the deep, transformative journey the Eevee would undertake and ensuring that the chosen path was one that honored the creature's potential and well being. This consciousness, this ethical consideration, became a hallmark of responsible Eevee training, moving beyond mere strategy to a deeper understanding of companionship and stewardship. In the quiet laboratories and serene natural habitats where Eevee research continued, the gentle hum of equipment and the rustling of leaves were constant companions. Researchers, with their soft voices and meticulous notes, delved deeper into the mysteries of Eevee's genetic code, its neural pathways, and the subtle energetic fields it produced. They sought not just to understand how Eevee evolved, but why such a unique evolutionary phenomenon existed in the first place. Was it a relic of an ancient, more fluid form of life? A glimpse into the future of biological adaptation? Or simply a beautiful, unique anomaly in the grand tapestry of Pokemon life? As the moon cast its gentle glow upon the world, and the stars twinkled in the vast expanse above, the quiet contemplation of Eevee's evolutionary journey offered a profound sense of wonder. It was a reminder that even in the smallest, most unassuming creatures, there lay an infinite capacity for transformation, for adaptation, and for revealing the endless possibilities that reside within the very fabric of existence. The story of Eevee and its evolutions was, in essence, a whispered lullaby of life's boundless potential, a gentle invitation to dream of all the forms consciousness could take and all the wonders that await discovery. The whispers of early researchers often spoke of a primordial Eevee, an ancient ancestor whose genetic makeup was far more fluid, capable of responding to a wider array of environmental stimuli than its modern descendants. This proto-Eevee, as some theorized, might have been a cornerstone of early Pokemon ecosystems, its adaptable nature allowing it to thrive in diverse and rapidly changing environments. Imagine a world in its infancy where landscapes shifted dramatically and climates swung between extremes. A creature like the Proto-Eevee, with its remarkable capacity for swift and profound biological change, would have been uniquely positioned to survive and even flourish. Its offspring, in turn, would inherit these adaptive traits, leading to a natural selection for those Eevee lines that retained the most versatility. Over countless generations, as environments stabilized and specific niches became more defined, the evolutionary pathways of Eevee, while still branching, might have become more refined, more specialized, leading to the distinct forms we recognize today. The discovery of the evolutionary stones, the Firestone, Waterstone, and Thunderstone, marked a pivotal moment in understanding Eevee's immediate evolutionary triggers. These stones, imbued with specific elemental energies, were not simply catalysts, but rather conduits, channeling raw, concentrated power into Eevee's cellular structure. When an Eevee was exposed to a firestone, for instance, the intense, vibrant heat and energy within the stone would resonate with dormant fire type genes within the Eevee, awakening them and initiating a rapid yet carefully orchestrated cellular restructuring. The resulting Flareon was not merely an Eevee cloaked in fire, but a creature whose very biology had been reshaped, its internal temperature soaring, its fur gaining the density and insulating properties to withstand extreme heat, and its vocalizations transforming into soft, crackling embers. The process was swift, often taking mere seconds once the stone was brought into close proximity, and yet it was a complete metamorphosis, leaving no trace of the original Eevee other than its fundamental consciousness. Similarly, the water stone, with its cool, flowing energies, would instigate the transformation into Vaporeon. This evolution was characterized by an incredible alteration of the Eevee's cellular composition, allowing it to dissolve and become one with water. Its skin would become smooth and permeable, its fins would emerge, and its internal organs would adapt to function optimally in an aquatic environment. Imagine the sensation of an Eevee once bound to land, suddenly feeling the embrace of water as an extension of its own being, its muscles reconfiguring to propel it effortlessly through currents. The lore surrounding Vaporeon often speaks of ancient coastal communities who revered these Pokemon as guardians of the sea, their graceful forms gliding through moonlit waters, their gentle calls echoing across the waves. The Thunderstone, bursting with crackling electrical energy, would lead to Jolteon. This evolution was perhaps the most visibly energetic, as the Eevee's fur would sharpen into needle-like spikes, and its body would become an efficient conductor of electricity. The transformation itself would often be accompanied by a soft, buzzing hum, a low thrum of released electrical potential. Jolteon were observed to be incredibly fast, their movements almost blurring as they harnessed electrical impulses to enhance their agility. Early records from the Kanto region, where these stones were first widely utilized, describe Jolteon being used to power rudimentary machinery in remote settlements, their static charges providing a clean and reliable source of energy, a testament to the practical applications born from understanding Eva's unique biology. These first three evolutions, Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon, formed the foundation of Eevee evolutionary studies. They were the original trio, the most straightforward and predictable transformations, requiring only the direct application of a specific elemental stone. This simplicity, however, belied the profound biological complexity occurring within the Eevee. It was a dance of genetics, energy, and environmental stimuli, a silent symphony of life unfolding. The very existence of these stones, naturally occurring and imbued with such potent, type-specific energies, became a subject of further inquiry. Were they fragments of a greater, more ancient power, or simply unique geological formations, their mineral compositions resonating with the elemental forces of the world? The answers remained elusive, adding another layer of mystery to the Eevee evolutionary saga. As scientific understanding progressed, particularly with advances in neuroscience and environmental studies, researchers began to uncover more nuanced evolutionary pathways. The discovery of Espeon and Umbreon, the psychic and dark type evolutions, introduced the concept of friendship or affection as an evolutionary trigger, combined with a specific time of day. This was a radical departure from the direct elemental stone method. It suggested that an Eevee's emotional state, its bond with its trainer, and the subtle energetic shifts between day and night could influence its destiny. For Espeon, the evolution occurred when an Eevee had developed a strong, loving bond with its trainer, and the transformation took place during daylight hours. The theory was that the Eevee, bathed in the gentle warmth of the sun and the emotional warmth of companionship, would awaken its latent psychic abilities. Its fur would become a soft lavender, its eyes would take on a deep, knowing gaze, and a red gem would appear on its forehead, said to amplify its psychic powers. The evolution into Espeon was often described by trainers as a profound moment of connection, a silent affirmation of the bond they shared. Espeon were known for their loyalty and their ability to sense the subtle emotions of others, making them excellent companions for those seeking deep, empathetic connections. Their gentle disposition and serene presence were a comforting balm, often used in therapeutic settings for individuals who needed a calming influence. Conversely, Umbreon emerged when an Eevee, again with a deep bond with its trainer, evolved during the nighttime. The moon's ethereal glow, combined with the quiet introspection of the night, was believed to trigger the activation of its dark type essence. Its fur would deepen into a sleek, midnight black, and luminous gold rings would appear on its body, set to glow faintly in the darkness, allowing it to navigate the night with ease. Umbreon were often perceived as mysterious, even aloof, but their loyalty to their chosen trainer was unwavering. They were protectors of the night, their silent vigilance a comforting presence in the darkest hours. The transformation into Umbreon was often described as feeling like a deepening of the soul, a recognition of the hidden strengths and quiet resilience that often emerge in moments of solitude and introspection. Both Espeon and Umbreon highlighted the profound impact of companionship and environmental rhythm on Eevee's development, moving beyond purely external catalysts to incorporate the internal world of the Pokémon itself. This added a layer of emotional and psychological depth to Eevee's evolutionary narrative, making the relationship between trainer and Pokémon even more central to its unfolding future. The discovery of Leafeon and Glaceon further expanded the understanding of environmental triggers, introducing the concept of specific geographical locations. Leafeon, the grass-type evolution, would emerge when an Eevee leveled up near a mossy rock. These ancient, moss-covered stones, often found deep within serene forests, were believed to be rich in natural, life-giving energy. The Eevee, absorbing these vital energies from the earth and the lush flora surrounding it, would undergo a transformation that imbued it with the essence of nature itself. Its fur would become a vibrant green, resembling leaves, and it would gain the ability to photosynthesize, drawing energy directly from sunlight. Leafeon were known for their gentle and peaceful demeanor, often found resting quietly in sun-dappled clearings, their presence a soothing balm in the heart of the forest. This evolution into Leafeon was a testament to the power of nature, a reminder that life, in its most fundamental forms, is deeply interconnected with the health and vitality of its surroundings. Glaceon, the ice-type evolution, presented a fascinating contrast. It required an Eevee to level up near an ice-covered rock, typically found in frigid mountain ranges or glacial caverns. Here, the intense cold and the ancient, crystalline energy of the ice would sculpt the Eevee into a creature perfectly adapted to harsh, wintry environments. Its fur would become a delicate blue. Its body would be able to withstand extreme temperatures, and its breath would turn into a fine, frosty mist. Glaceon were often seen as elegant and serene, their movements as fluid as falling snow, their quiet confidence a reflection of their resilience. The evolution into Glaceon was a journey into the heart of stillness and endurance, a recognition that even in the most unforgiving landscapes, life finds a way to adapt and thrive, transforming hardship into exquisite beauty. These regional evolutions, Leafeon and Glaceon, emphasized the deep connection between an Eevee's environment and its genetic potential, highlighting how the very landscape could act as a subtle yet powerful evolutionary guide. Finally, the most recent discovery, Sylveon, the fairy-type evolution, brought yet another dimension to the Eevee evolutionary tapestry. Sylveon emerged when an Eevee, again with a high level of affection for its trainer, learned a fairy-type move. This was a unique blend of emotional connection and specific learned abilities, suggesting a more active role for the trainer in guiding the Eevee's innate magical potential. The transformation into Sylveon was often described as being particularly graceful and radiant. Its fur would become a soft cream color, adorned with delicate pink bows and ribbons, which were actually sensitive feelers that could emit a calming aura. Sylveon were known for their gentle and compassionate nature, their ability to soothe fear and bring joy, making them cherished companions in dispelling darkness and doubt. The evolution into Sylveon was a celebration of kindness, empathy, and the hidden magic that resides within heartfelt connections. It underscored the belief that love, in its purest form, could inspire the most profound and beautiful transformations, not just in Pokemon, but in all living beings. Through the ages, the Eevee has remained a subject of endless fascination. Each new discovery, each new evolutionary path uncovered, only deepened the mystery and expanded the wonder surrounding this remarkable Pokemon. From the raw power of elemental stones to the subtle energies of friendship, time, and environment, Eevee's journey through evolution is a microcosm of life itself, ever changing, endlessly adaptable, and profoundly shaped by the forces that surround it and the connections it forms. It is a gentle reminder that within every creature, no matter how humble, lies an incredible potential for growth, for transformation, and for revealing a unique and beautiful facet of existence. The quiet hum of the world, the soft rustle of leaves, the distant call of a nocturne Pokemon, all these sounds weave into the tapestry of Eevee's story, a story that continues to unfold, whispered softly into the quiet hours of the night. The origins of Eevee itself are shrouded in a gentle mist of ancient history, a period long before the meticulous cataloging of Pokemon became a science, a time when legends and observations intertwined. While no definitive fossil record unequivocally points to a singular progenitor of Eevee, many theories abound, each adding a layer of intrigue to its mysterious past. Some researchers speculate that Eevee's unique genetic instability, its inherent capacity for multiple evolutions, might stem from an ancient lineage of Pokemon that were highly responsive to environmental stimuli, perhaps even more so than modern species. This instability, which makes Eevee so remarkable today, might have been a survival mechanism in a bygone era, allowing it to rapidly adapt to a world undergoing dramatic geological and climatic shifts. Imagine a primordial landscape, constantly changing, with volcanic eruptions reshaping continents, ice ages sweeping across vast lands, and new ecosystems emerging from the ashes of old. In such an environment, a creature capable of quickly transforming to better suit its surroundings would possess a profound evolutionary advantage. Another compelling theory posits that Eevee, or its ancient ancestor, may have been an early form of a proto Pokémon, a creature embodying the raw, undifferentiated potential from which many modern Pokémon types later diversified. This idea suggests that Eevee's genetic makeup retains echoes of this primordial flexibility, a kind of living archive of evolutionary pathways. If this were true, it would elevate Eevee from merely a fascinating evolutionary anomaly to a living testament to the very origins of Pokemon diversity itself, a creature holding within its DNA the whispers of ancient genetic blueprints. The concept of Eevee as a blank slate upon which environmental and emotional forces write their story resonates deeply with this idea. It suggests that Eevee isn't merely evolving into existing forms, but rather is actively shaping and reflecting the forces that act upon it, a truly dynamic interaction with the world. The earliest recorded encounters with Eevee by human civilizations are scarce and often intertwined with folklore rather than scientific observation. Ancient texts, sometimes etched into cave walls or whispered through generations around campfires, occasionally hint at a creature with shifting forms or a spirit of many guises. These early accounts, while lacking the precise details of modern Pokédex entries, often associate Eevee with concepts of change, adaptability, and even spiritual transformation. In some cultures, Eevee was revered as a symbol of life's unpredictable journey, a reminder that growth often comes through embracing new paths. In others, it was believed to be a messenger of the forest, appearing in different forms to convey different omens, its evolution seen as a sign from the natural world itself. These ancient interpretations highlight humanity's long-standing fascination with Eevee's unique abilities, even before the scientific understanding of evolution began to take shape. The discovery of the elemental stones, the Fire Stone, Water Stone, and Thunder Stone, marked a pivotal moment in understanding Eevee's evolutionary potential. While these stones are now common knowledge, their initial discovery would have been revolutionary. Imagine a time when the concept of an external object directly triggering a Pokemon's evolution was utterly unknown. Early researchers, perhaps alchemists or curious naturalists, must have stumbled upon this phenomenon by accident, perhaps observing an Eevee interacting with a strangely glowing rock, leading to its sudden and dramatic transformation. Those stones, imbued with concentrated elemental energy, act as catalysts, forcing a rapid genetic shift within Eevee. The Fire Stone, pulsating with latent heat, stimulates the dormant fire-type genes, causing the fur to turn a fiery red-orange, the internal body temperature to rise, and the development of fire-based abilities. Similarly, the Water Stone, cool and shimmering, awakens the water-type attributes, leading to a sleek blue form capable of navigating aquatic environments with ease. The Thunderstone, crackling with static energy, electrifies Eevee's system, transforming it into a swift, electrically charged creature. The very existence of these stones suggests a deep, intrinsic connection between Eevee's biology and the fundamental forces of nature, almost as if its DNA was designed to be receptive to these elemental energies. The exact origin of these stones remains a subject of ongoing study, some believing them to be fragments of ancient meteorites, others theorizing they are crystallized forms of pure elemental energy naturally occurring in specific geological formations. Regardless of their origin, their discovery unlocked the first definitive pathways for Eevee's evolution, moving it from the realm of pure mystery into a more structured, albeit still wondrous, understanding. The subsequent discovery of Espeon and Umbreon, evolving through the power of friendship and the cycles of day and night, introduced a completely new paradigm. This was a departure from the purely external, chemical like reactions of the elemental stones. It suggested that an Eevee's emotional state, its bond with its trainer, and even the subtle cosmic rhythms of its environment could profoundly influence its genetic destiny. The idea that an Eevee could evolve based on something as intangible as friendship must have been met with skepticism at first, defying the then prevailing scientific understanding of evolution. However, repeated observations, meticulous record keeping, and the undeniable transformations witnessed by countless trainers eventually solidified this theory. This shift in understanding elevated the role of the trainer from a mere observer to an active participant in their Pokemon's growth, emphasizing the deep, symbiotic relationship between them. The evolution into Espeon during the day, bathed in sunlight, reflects a connection to clarity, foresight, and psychic energy, traits often associated with the daytime world. Umbreon's evolution under the moonlight, on the other hand, speaks to introspection, mystery, and the subtle power of the nocturnal realm. These evolutions demonstrated that Eevee wasn't just reacting to physical stimuli, but also to emotional and temporal forces, adding a layer of sophisticated interaction to its evolutionary biology. The later discovery of Leafin and Glacian further expanded this understanding by introducing environmental triggers. The moss rock and ice rock, while not consumed like the elemental stones, act as powerful environmental conduits, their unique energy fields influencing an Eevee's genetic expression. This added another dimension, the immediate surroundings. An Eevee living near a moss rock, absorbing its life-giving energy, slowly begins to transform, its fur developing a leafy texture, its body becoming attuned to photosynthesis and the vibrant energy of nature. Similarly, an Eevee spending time near an ice rock, enduring its chilling aura, gradually adapts, its fur becoming dense and insulated, its body capable of withstanding extreme cold. These evolutions highlight the profound interconnectedness of an Eevee with its habitat, showcasing how geological features themselves can be evolutionary agents. It's a testament to Eevee's deep sensitivity to its environment, a kind of ecological responsiveness that is unparalleled among most Pokemon species. Finally, the advent of Sylveon, triggered by affection and a specific fairy-type move, blended emotional connection with learned abilities, adding a cognitive element to Eevee's evolutionary pathways. This was not merely about passive exposure or deep emotional bonds. It required an active learning process, a demonstration of an Eevee's capacity to master a specific type of attack. This suggests a more conscious participation from the Eevee itself in its own destiny, guided by the loving hand of its trainer. The emergence of the fairy type itself as a distinct classification of Pokémon was relatively recent in the grand timeline of Pokémon research, and Sylveon served as a profound example of how new types could manifest within existing genetic lineages. The ribbons and bows of Sylveon are not mere adornments. They are highly sensitive organs, capable of detecting emotions and emitting calming auras, a physical manifestation of its empathetic nature. This evolution underscores the idea that love and kindness are not just abstract concepts, but powerful forces capable of inducing tangible biological changes, shaping a Pokemon into a beacon of compassion and joy. Throughout all these discoveries, from the rudimentary understanding of elemental stones to the complex interplay of emotion, environment, and learned skills, one constant remains: Eevee's innate adaptability. It is a creature that almost defies conventional evolutionary models, constantly surprising researchers with new pathways and possibilities. This constant unfolding of Eevee's potential is what makes it such a captivating subject of study and such a beloved companion. Its story mirrors the broader narrative of life on this planet, emphasizing that evolution is not a static endpoint, but a continuous, dynamic process, forever shaped by the intricate dance between genetics, environment, and interaction. The whisper of the wind through ancient trees, the gentle lapping of waves against a silent shore, the soft glow of distant stars. All these elements, both grand and subtle, contribute to the ongoing quiet symphony of Eevee's continuous evolution, a story that continues to unfold with each passing generation, forever inviting us to look closer, to understand deeper, and to marvel at the boundless potential held within a single, remarkable creature. The quiet contemplation of Eevee's journey offers a calming reflection on the vast interconnectedness of all things, a gentle reminder that even in the smallest details, profound wonders reside, waiting to be discovered under the soft blanket of the night. The delicate balance of nature, so evident in the varied forms of Eevee's evolutions, speaks to a fundamental principle of the Pokemon world. Diversity is not just an aesthetic feature, but a crucial survival mechanism. Each Eeveelution, with its distinct type and abilities, occupies a unique ecological niche, contributing to the health and resilience of its respective ecosystem. Take Vaporeon, for instance, a master of aquatic environments. Its body, hydrodynamically designed, allows it to move with unparalleled grace through water, and its ability to melt into the water itself provides both camouflage and a means of travel across vast bodies of water. The internal structure of a Vaporeon is fascinating. Its cellular composition is so close to water that it can literally dissolve into its surroundings, becoming almost imperceptible. This incredible adaptation not only aids in hunting and evasion, but also suggests a profound connection to the very element it embodies. Ecologically, Vaporeon plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of freshwater and saltwater habitats, often serving as a top predator or an indicator species of water quality. Its presence signifies a healthy, thriving aquatic environment, just as its absence might signal trouble. Contrast this with Flareon, whose fiery temperament and powerful special attack make it a formidable force in arid and volcanic regions. The internal flame sac of a Flareon can reach astonishing temperatures, and its fur, while appearing soft and fluffy, is actually an excellent insulator, allowing it to contain and control intense heat. This adaptation enables Flareon to thrive in environments where other Pokemon would struggle, often creating small, localized heat pockets that can influence the surrounding microclimate. Its role in the ecosystem might involve clearing dense undergrowth through controlled burns, or perhaps even contributing to the geological processes of certain volcanic areas through its intense heat. The constant flickering of its internal flame, visible through its fur in soft light, is a mesmerizing sight, a symbol of the raw power contained within. Jolteon, on the other hand, with its lightning fast reflexes and ability to generate powerful electrical charges, is a creature of open plains and stormy skies. The static electricity that constantly accumulates around its spiny fur is not just for defense, it's an integral part of its sensory perception, allowing it to detect minute changes in atmospheric pressure and electromagnetic fields. This makes Jolteon an excellent forecaster of weather patterns, particularly thunderstorms, which it paradoxically seems to draw energy from. Its speed is legendary, often described as a blur on the horizon, and its precision in delivering electrical shocks is a testament to its highly developed nervous system. In its natural habitat, Jolteon might help control populations of rapidly breeding ground Pokemon, its speed and electrical attacks proving incredibly efficient. The subtle crackle and hum that emanate from a resting Jolteon are a constant, low level reminder of the immense electrical energy held within its small frame, a gentle current that resonates with the natural electricity of the world. Those three original evolutions, rooted in the elemental stones, represent a foundational understanding of how environmental factors can steer evolution. The stones themselves, imbued with concentrated elemental energy over millennia, act as catalysts, unlocking latent genetic potential within the Eevee. The specific mechanisms by which these stones interact with Eevee's DNA are still a subject of ongoing research, but it is clear that they don't simply force an evolution, but rather guide an already present predisposition. It's a delicate dance between trigger and genetic readiness, a biological partnership between the external world and internal code. Then came Espeon and Umbreon, opening up a whole new dimension of evolutionary triggers, the influence of time and emotional connection. Espeon, evolving during the day when Eevee shares a deep bond with its trainer, embodies psychic prowess and foresight. Its gem-like forehead orb is not merely decorative. It is a highly sensitive organ that amplifies psychic energy and can even predict future events, albeit often in cryptic flashes. The fur of an Espeon is said to be as soft as velvet, absorbing ambient light and sound, allowing it to remain perfectly still and focused during its meditative states. Its role in an ecosystem might be more subtle, perhaps acting as a natural guardian, using its psychic abilities to ward off danger or guide lost travelers. The quiet hum of psychic energy that an Espeon emits is a truly peaceful sound, a frequency that seems to soothe the mind and calm the spirit, creating an aura of serenity around it. Umbreon, its nocturnal counterpart, bathed in the moonlight and forged through a similar bond of trust, represents the enigmatic power of the night. Its rings, which glow faintly in the darkness, are not just for intimidation. They are bioluminescent organs that can emit a soft, ethereal light or intensify to blind opponents. These rings are also thought to play a role in Umbreon's ability to see perfectly in the darkest of nights, augmenting its already keen nocturnal senses. The sleek, dark fur of an Umbreon allows it to blend seamlessly into shadows, making it a master of stealth and ambush. In the wild, Umbreon often acts as a protector of nocturnal creatures, using its shadowy presence to deter predators and its rings to illuminate pathways for others. The deep, resonant purr of an Umbreon, felt more than heard, is a comforting sound in the stillness of the night, a gentle vibration that speaks of ancient mysteries and quiet strength. These two evolutions introduce the concept of the friendship mechanic, a revolutionary discovery that highlighted the profound impact of a trainer Pokemon bond on a Pokemon's development. It moved beyond simple environmental stimuli to acknowledge the complex emotional and social lives of Pokemon. This wasn't about an external force acting upon the Pokemon, but an internal transformation catalyzed by a deep, reciprocal relationship. The very act of caring for, training, and bonding with an Eevee could literally alter its genetic destiny, a powerful testament to the influence of compassion and companionship. Leafeon, discovered later, brought us back to environmental influences, but with a nuanced twist, the specific conditions of a moss rock. This ancient rock, saturated with the life force of lush forests over countless centuries, acts as a conduit for the inherent vitality of nature. Leafeon's body is a testament to this connection, its fur resembling soft moss and its ears adorned with leaf-like appendages that photosynthesize, allowing it to draw energy directly from sunlight. The scent of a Leafeon is said to be incredibly refreshing, a clean, earthy aroma that evokes the freshness of a deep forest after a gentle rain. Leafeon plays a crucial role in forest ecosystems, often found near areas of dense plant growth, where it helps nurture the surrounding flora, perhaps even subtly influencing the growth patterns of nearby trees and plants. Its quiet, gentle demeanor reflects the serene beauty of its forest home, a living embodiment of nature's tranquil power. The rustle of its leafy appendages in a gentle breeze is a soft whisper, a natural lullaby of the forest. Glaceon, its counterpart, revealed the power of an equally ancient and potent environmental factor, the ice rock. These rocks, found in regions of perpetual snow and ice, radiate an intense cold that reshapes Eevee's physiology, granting it mastery over ice. Glaceon's fur is designed to withstand extreme cold, its very structure trapping air to create an insulating layer, while its body temperature is naturally low, allowing it to freeze moisture in the air around it. The ice crystals that often adorn its face are not merely decorative, but are thought to be constantly forming and reforming, a testament to its absolute control over its icy essence. Glaceon thrives in harsh, frozen landscapes, often acting as a sentinel of glaciers and icy caverns. Its presence can even influence local weather patterns, bringing forth gentle flurries or contributing to a crisp, clear atmosphere. The delicate tinkling sound of ice crystals shifting on a Glaceon's fur is a serene, almost melodic sound, a quiet song of winter's embrace. These last two, Leafeon and Glaceon, underscored that even within the framework of environmental triggers, there was still much to learn. They weren't just about a simple elemental stone, but about specific, perhaps even living, geological formations imbued with a deep, ancient energy. It suggested a more profound and intricate relationship between Pokemon evolution and the natural world itself, where certain landmarks held unique transformative powers. This expanded the understanding of what constituted an environmental trigger moving beyond simple elemental exposure to more complex localized energy fields. And then, as we discussed, Sylveon emerged, a beacon of the newly discovered fairy type, adding another layer of complexity. Its evolution, driven by affection and the mastery of a fairy type move, bridged the gap between emotional bonds and learned skills. The soft, flowing ribbons of Sylveon are more than just part of its charming appearance. They are highly sensitive organs, capable of sensing the emotions of others and emitting calming auras that can soothe troubled hearts. Sylveon embodies empathy and compassion, often found in areas where peace and harmony prevail, acting as a natural protector of the innocent and vulnerable. The gentle sway of its ribbons, coupled with its soft, bell like vocalizations, creates an atmosphere of profound tranquility. It teaches us that true strength can be found in kindness and understanding, a powerful message woven into its very being. The continuous unfolding of Eevee's evolutionary possibilities truly reflects the endless complexity and beauty of life itself. Each new discovery, each new evolution doesn't just add another entry to a scientific catalog, it deepens our appreciation for the intricate dance of genetics, environment, emotion, and intellect that shapes every living being. Eevee remains a living enigma, a testament to the boundless potential that lies dormant within all creatures, waiting for the right confluence of circumstances to awaken it. Its story is a comforting reminder that change is constant and that adaptation, when guided by care and understanding, can lead to forms of breathtaking beauty and remarkable resilience. As the world turns and new discoveries are made, the journey of Eevee continues, a quiet, ongoing narrative of transformation and wonder. The gentle rhythm of its story is like a soft lullaby, inviting us to drift into a peaceful slumber, knowing that the world is filled with such intricate and beautiful mysteries, waiting to be dreamt about and discovered anew with each awakening. The very concept of Eevee, with its unstable genetic code, is a marvel of natural design, a biological canvas upon which the forces of the world can paint a myriad of forms. Its existence challenges the conventional understanding of species definition, suggesting a fluidity in evolution that is rarely observed with such clarity in other Pokémon. This genetic instability, far from being a weakness, is Eevee's greatest strength, allowing it to adapt and thrive in an astonishing array of environments. Imagine a creature so fundamentally attuned to its surroundings that it can literally reshape its very being to better suit a new habitat. It's a testament to the power of natural selection, perhaps even an accelerated form of it, where the environmental pressures don't just favor certain traits, but actively trigger a complete metamorphosis. Consider for a moment the immense energy expenditure involved in such a transformation. It's not merely a growth spurt, but a complete restructuring of cellular components, organ systems, and even its neural pathways. To become a Vaporeon, an Eevee must reconfigure its entire physiology to thrive underwater, developing gills, fins, and a body composition that allows it to dissolve into water itself, becoming almost invisible in its aquatic domain. This is not a superficial change, it's a profound alteration at the genetic and molecular level, a testament to the raw, untamed power of evolution. Similarly, a Flareon's transformation involves an internal furnace being ignited, its fur becoming a radiant heat sink capable of reaching incredible temperatures. The very air around a Flareon shimmers from the intense heat it emits, and its internal temperature can reach extraordinary levels without harming its own tissues. This suggests a highly sophisticated thermoregulatory system, a biological marvel that allows it to store and release immense amounts of thermal energy. The transformation to Jolteon is equally dramatic, where its fur becomes a bristling array of electrically charged needles, and its internal organs transform into powerful biological generators capable of producing and storing vast quantities of static electricity. The speed and agility of a Jolteon are not merely a result of its sleek build, but also from the electrical impulses coursing through its muscles, enhancing their contraction and response time to an extraordinary degree. These initial three evolutions, triggered by the elemental stones, represent a direct, immediate response to concentrated elemental energy. It's as if the stones themselves are biological catalysts designed to unlock specific evolutionary pathways within Eevee's adaptable genome. The very act of holding such a stone near an Eevee is enough to initiate the profound internal changes, a testament to the stone's potent yet gentle influence. There is no struggle, no pain, merely a rapid, almost instantaneous reshaping, guided by the inherent blueprint within Eevee itself. The later discoveries of Espeon and Umbreon introduced a new dimension to this process, the influence of time and emotional bonds. The sun and moon, ancient celestial bodies, have always held deep symbolic meaning across cultures, and their influence on life on Earth is undeniable. For Espeon, the gentle warmth of daylight, coupled with a deep bond of trust and affection, coaxes forth an evolution that enhances its psychic abilities. Its fur, soft and velvety, is highly sensitive, capable of detecting minute shifts in air currents and even the emotional states of those around it. Its bifurcated tail is not merely decorative, but acts as a highly sensitive sensory organ, allowing it to predict events and read the thoughts of others with remarkable accuracy. The serene and intelligent gaze of an Espeon reflects its deeply perceptive nature, a calm wisdom born from its connection to the gentle light of day. Conversely, Umbreon emerges under the cover of night, its rings glowing softly in the darkness, a testament to its mastery of lunar energy. The moon, often associated with mystery and subtle power, imbues Umbreon with a formidable defensive capability and the ability to absorb and channel the energy of the night. Its jet black fur allows it to blend seamlessly into the shadows, while its glowing rings are not merely for display, but are said to possess a mild psychic energy that can intimidate opponents or even influence their perception. The transformation into an Umbreon is a journey into the quiet strength of the night, a testament to the hidden power that lies in stillness and observation. Both Espeon and Umbreon underscored that evolution wasn't just about external stimuli, but also about the internal landscape of a Pokémon, its emotional state, and its relationship with its trainers. This discovery added a profound layer of connection to the Eevee story, suggesting that love and care were as potent as any elemental stone. Then came the revelations of Flareon and Glaceon, further expanding the understanding of environmental triggers. These evolutions, occurring near specific moss-covered rocks or icy rocks, were not about the direct application of a stone, but about prolonged exposure to unique natural energies emanating from these ancient geological formations. The moss rock, rich with the life force of the forest, slowly imbues Eevee with the essence of grass, allowing it to develop photosynthetic abilities and a body perfectly adapted to lush, verdant environments. Leafeon's fur, resembling fresh leaves, not only provides camouflage but also allows it to absorb sunlight and perform a form of biological photosynthesis, creating fresh, clean air around it. Its gentle, earthy scent is a natural perfume of the forest, and its calm demeanor reflects the tranquility of its natural habitat. The leaf like protrusions on its body are highly sensitive, allowing it to detect even the slightest changes in its surroundings, sensing the subtle whispers of the wind and the gentle rustling of plants. The icy rock, on the other hand, infused Eevee with the elemental power of ice, transforming it into the elegant and resilient Glacian. Its diamond dust fur is not only beautiful, but also incredibly efficient at regulating its body temperature, allowing it to thrive in the harshest of frozen landscapes. Glaceon can lower its body temperature to freeze the air around it, forming ice crystals that can protect it or be used in battle. The delicate, almost crystalline appearance of its fur belies a remarkable toughness, a resilience born from enduring the bitter cold. Glacian's stoic yet graceful presence evokes the quiet majesty of winter, a creature perfectly at home amidst the glistening snow and biting winds. These evolutions emphasized that the very earth itself, with its ancient rocks and unique energy signatures, could act as a sophisticated evolutionary trigger, guiding Eevee along pathways not yet fully understood. It suggested a more profound and intricate relationship between Pokemon evolution and the natural world itself, where certain landmarks held unique transformative powers. This expanded the understanding of what constituted an environmental trigger, moving beyond simple elemental exposure to more complex localized energy fields. And then, as we discussed, Sylveon emerged, a beacon of the newly discovered fairy type, adding another layer of complexity. Its evolution, driven by affection and the mastery of a fairy type move, bridged the gap between emotional bonds and learned skills. The soft, flowing ribbons of Sylveon are more than just part of its charming appearance. They are highly sensitive organs, capable of sensing the emotions of others and emitting calming auras that can soothe troubled hearts. Sylveon embodies empathy and compassion, often found in areas where peace and harmony prevail, acting as a natural protector of the innocent and vulnerable. The gentle sway of its ribbons, coupled with its soft, bell-like vocalizations, creates an atmosphere of profound tranquility. It teaches us that true strength can be found in kindness and understanding, a powerful message woven into its very being. The continuous unfolding of Eva's evolutionary possibilities truly reflects the endless complexity and beauty of life itself. Each new discovery, each new evolution, doesn't just add another entry to a scientific catalog. It deepening our appreciation for the intricate dance of genetics, environment, emotion, and intellect that shapes every living being. Eevee remains a living enigma, a testament to the boundless potential that lies dormant within all creatures, waiting for the right confluence of circumstances to awaken it. Its story is a comforting reminder that change is constant and that adaptation, when guided by care and understanding, can lead to forms of breathtaking beauty and remarkable resilience. As the world turns and new discoveries are made, the journey of Eevee continues, a quiet, ongoing narrative of transformation and wonder. The gentle rhythm of its story is like a soft lullaby, inviting us to drift into a peaceful slumber, knowing that the world is filled with such intricate and beautiful mysteries, waiting to be dreamt about and discovered anew with each awakening. The quiet hum of the universe reminds us that even in stillness, there's a profound movement, an endless unfolding of possibilities. The Eeveelutions, each a unique chapter in this grand narrative, are not just separate entities, but interconnected threads in a tapestry of life, showcasing the infinite ways in which a single origin can branch into a multitude of expressions. Each form, while distinct, carries within it the echoes of its Eevee past, a gentle reminder of its foundational adaptability. The very concept of Eevee's unstable genetic code is perhaps a misnomer. It might be more accurate to describe it as hyperstable in its adaptability. It's not a code that easily breaks down, but rather one that is exquisitely poised to react to external and internal cues, transforming with remarkable efficiency and precision. This isn't randomness, but a finely tuned biological mechanism honed over countless generations, allowing Eevee to occupy a unique niche in the Pokemon world. It's a creature that doesn't just survive change, but actively embraces it, becoming a living embodiment of evolutionary dynamism. Think of the energy required for these transformations, not just the physical energy, but the inherent biological energy that drives such profound cellular restructuring. It's a process that fascinates researchers and philosophers alike, blurring the lines between what is considered a fixed species and what is a fluid, adaptable form. The Eeveelutions offer a natural laboratory for studying the very mechanisms of life and growth, a testament to the marvels of biological engineering that exist all around us. The gentle patter of raindrops outside, or the soft rustling of leaves in a breeze, are reminders of the continuous, subtle energies that shape our world, much like the gentle influences that guide Eevee's remarkable journey. The stories of Eevee and its evolutions are not just tales of change, but also of connection. Each evolution, particularly those driven by friendship and affection, speaks to the profound bond that can form between a Pokemon and its trainer. This emotional resonance adds another layer of depth to the scientific understanding of evolution, suggesting that love and trust are not merely abstract concepts, but tangible forces that can influence and guide biological processes. It's a comforting thought that the gentle affection shared between beings can literally shape destiny, leading to forms of beauty and power that might otherwise remain dormant. As the quiet hours of the night deepen and the world outside grows still, the subtle magic of Eva's story continues to unfold. It's a narrative woven with threads of science and wonder, of adaptation and affection, a gentle symphony of life's endless possibilities. Each evolution, whether bathed in the fiery glow of a firestone, the cool calm of moonlight, or the vibrant energy of a mossy rock, tells a part of this grand tale. They are all facets of the same unique gem, reflecting the myriad ways in which life can express itself. The soft, rhythmic breathing of a sleeping world outside mirrors the calm, continuous flow of Eevee's evolutionary journey, a narrative that reassures us that even in the greatest mysteries, there's a profound and gentle order. Let us then delve into the individual expressions of this remarkable adaptability, beginning with Vaporeon, a creature of serene aquatic grace. The transformation into Vaporeon is often triggered by exposure to a water stone, a smooth, cool stone imbued with concentrated hydrological energy. This isn't merely a superficial change in appearance, but a profound molecular restructuring. Vaporeon's cellular structure closely resembles water molecules, allowing it to seemingly melt into its surroundings, becoming virtually invisible when submerged in water. Imagine the feeling of its skin, cool and smooth, almost indistinguishable from the liquid it inhabits. Its large, frilled fins, reminiscent of those found on certain deep sea fish, are not merely decorative, but serve as powerful propulsion, allowing it to glide effortlessly through currents, even at impressive speeds. The ring of fins around its neck, often mistaken for a collar, is actually a highly sensitive sensory organ, capable of detecting minor changes in water pressure and temperature, providing Vaporeon with an almost unparalleled awareness of its aquatic environment. Its tail, bifurcated and finned, acts as a powerful rudder, enabling precise maneuvers within its watery domain. The legends surrounding Vaporeon speak of its ability to breathe underwater indefinitely, an adaptation that allows it to explore the deepest trenches and the most intricate coral reefs without fear. It is said that Vaporeon can even purify polluted waters with its presence, leaving behind a trail of pristine clarity, a testament to its intrinsic connection with the very essence of water. This purifying ability, while perhaps embellished in folklore, speaks to the deeply ingrained ecological role Vaporeon plays in its natural habitats. It is a guardian of the clear springs and the vast oceans, a silent sentinel of the aquatic world. The gentle lapping of waves against a distant shore, or the soft murmur of a flowing stream, perfectly encapsulates the tranquil spirit of Vaporeon, a creature that embodies the calm, restorative power of water. Its presence is often described as soothing, its movements fluid and graceful, a balm to the agitated spirit. Moving from the tranquil depths to the vibrant warmth, we encounter Flareon, the embodiment of fiery passion and unwavering loyalty. The spark that ignites this transformation is the Firestone, a stone radiating with concentrated thermal energy. Unlike Vaporeon's watery transformation, Flareon's cells undergo a radical shift, becoming highly specialized to generate and withstand intense heat. Its thick, fluffy fur, often described as a magnificent mane, is not merely for insulation, but acts as a natural heat sink, absorbing and radiating warmth, allowing Flareon to maintain a stable internal temperature even in scorching environments. The internal flame sac within its body can reach temperatures exceeding 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt many common metals. When Flareon is agitated or preparing for battle, this internal furnace burns even brighter, causing its body temperature to rise dramatically. Despite this intense internal heat, its fur remains surprisingly soft to the touch, a paradox that speaks to the marvels of its biological design. The fluffy tufts of fur around its neck and tail are said to act as natural heat regulators, allowing it to dissipate excess warmth when necessary, preventing overheating. Flareon's loyalty is legendary, often described as being as fervent and unwavering as the flames it commands. Once it forms a bond with a trainer, that bond is rarely broken, its dedication a radiant warmth in itself. Its enthusiastic nature and playful demeanor often hide the formidable power simmering beneath its surface, a power that can be unleashed in a dazzling display of fiery energy when its loved ones are threatened. The crackling of a distant campfire, or the gentle warmth radiating from a hearth on a cool evening, mirrors the comforting yet powerful essence of Flareon. It reminds us that even in the most intense forces of nature, there can be a profound sense of security and unwavering devotion. The flickering shadows cast by a gentle flame evoke the subtle dance of warmth and protection that Flareon embodies, a creature that brings light and comfort even in the darkest of times. Then there's Jolteon, a creature of exhilarating speed and crackling energy brought into being by the touch of a thunderstone. This transformation is characterized by a dramatic increase in its metabolic rate and the development of specialized cells capable of generating and storing immense amounts of electricity. Its short, spiky fur is not merely for aesthetics. Each individual hair acts as a natural capacitor, capable of storing static electricity. When agitated or preparing for an attack, these hairs stand on end, crackling with visible electrical charges, creating a formidable defensive and offensive display. Jolteon's internal organs are highly adapted to handle these powerful electrical discharges, with an intricate network of nerves and specialized muscle fibers that allow it to channel and release electrical energy with astonishing precision and force. It is said that Jolteon can generate up to 10,000 volts of electricity, enough to incapacitate even larger Pokémon. Its agility and speed are unparalleled among the Eeveelutions, capable of moving at blinding velocities, often appearing as little more than a blur to the untrained eye. This speed is not just for evasion. It allows Jolteon to deliver devastating electrical attacks with pinpoint accuracy, striking before an opponent can even react. The legends surrounding Jolteon often speak of its ability to absorb lightning from thunderclouds, replenishing its internal electrical reserves, making it a formidable force during storms. Despite its electrifying power, Jolteon is often described as having a nervous and highly sensitive temperament, reflecting its heightened awareness of its surroundings. It is fiercely protective of its trainer, and its bursts of affection are as sudden and intense as its electrical attacks. The distant rumble of thunder or the subtle hum of electricity in the quiet of the night are echoes of Jolteon's vibrant energy. It reminds us of the raw, untamed power of the natural world, channeled into a creature of extraordinary speed and intensity. The subtle static that sometimes exists in the air before a storm, or the gentle glow of northern lights, are reminiscent of the dynamic and almost ethereal nature of Jolteon, a creature that is alive with pure, unadulterated energy. As we move beyond the elemental trio, we encounter Espeon, a Pokemon of refined psychic power and unwavering loyalty, whose evolution is delicately tied to the bond of friendship and the gentle light of the sun. Unlike its elemental predecessors, Espeon's transformation is not triggered by a stone, but by the deepening of an emotional connection and a specific time of day. When an Eevee with a strong bond of friendship levels up during the daytime under the sun's warm embrace, it evolves into Espeon. This evolution imbues it with incredible psychic abilities. Its sleek, elegant fur is highly sensitive to air currents, allowing it to predict its opponent's moves and even forthcoming weather changes. The gem embedded in its forehead is not merely decorative, it is the focal point of its psychic power, radiating a soft, ethereal glow when Espeon uses its abilities. Through this gem, Espeon can read minds, predict the future, and unleash powerful telekinetic attacks. Its eyes, often depicted as having a deep, knowing gaze, are said to reflect its profound understanding of the world around it, extending beyond mere sight to a perception of thoughts and emotions. Espeon is fiercely loyal to its trainer, and its psychic abilities often extend to sensing its trainer's emotions and intentions, allowing for an unspoken communication that transcends words. This deep empathetic connection makes Espeon an ideal companion, always attuned to its trainer's needs and moods. The gentle warmth of the morning sun or the quiet introspection of a thoughtful moment reflects the serene yet powerful essence of Espeon. It is a creature of deep insight and profound connection, a testament to the power of friendship itself. The quiet hum of inner peace, or the gentle warmth of a shared understanding, are subtle reminders of Espeon's calming and insightful presence, a creature that perceives far beyond the surface. In stark contrast to Espeon's daytime serenity, we find Umbreon, a creature shrouded in mystery and moonlight, also born from the bonds of friendship, but under the cloak of night. When an Eevee with a strong bond of friendship levels up during the nighttime, under the serene glow of the moon, it evolves into Umbreon. This transformation bestows upon it an array of unique defensive and nocturnal adaptations. Its sleek, black fur is perfectly suited for camouflage in the darkness, allowing it to move silently and unseen through the night. The golden rings on its body are not merely markings. They glow faintly when Umbreon is excited or when it senses danger, acting as a warning system or a means of communication with others of its kind. These rings are also said to contain a mild toxin released through its pores when it feels threatened, creating a deterrent to predators. Umbreon's eyes, piercing and red in the darkness, are incredibly sensitive to low light, granting it exceptional night vision, allowing it to navigate even the darkest environments with ease. Its stoic and watchful demeanor belies a deeply protective nature. Umbreon is known for its patience and strategic thinking, often waiting for the opportune moment to strike or to defend its trainer. Its connection to the moon is profound. It is said that moonlight enhances its defensive capabilities and even has a restorative effect on its energy. The quiet stillness of a moonlit night, or the subtle shadows dancing in the periphery, perfectly capture the enigmatic and watchful spirit of Umbreon. It is a guardian of the darkness, a silent protector whose presence brings a sense of calm security under the watchful gaze of the night sky. The gentle glow of a distant star, or the comforting silence of a world asleep, are reflections of Umbreon's serene and ever-vigilant nature, a creature that finds strength and solace in the embrace of the dark. Venturing into realms defined by natural beauty and verdant growth, we encounter Flareon, a Pokémon that embodies the very essence of the forest. This evolution is triggered by the presence of a mossy rock, a special landmark found in specific natural locations, imbued with the life force of the forest. When an Eevee levels up near such a rock, the natural energies flow into it, transforming it into Flareon. Its fur takes on the vibrant hues of green leaves, and its ears and tail develop leaf-like appendages, allowing it to photosynthesize, much like a plant. This unique ability allows Flareon to absorb sunlight and convert it into energy, replenishing its vitality and even purifying the air around it. Its body is incredibly clean, and its scent is often described as fresh and earthy, reminiscent of a pristine forest after a gentle rain. Leafeon is a gentle and peaceful Pokemon, often found basking in sun-dappled clearings or frolicking among the trees. Its movements are graceful and fluid, moving with the quiet rustle of leaves in the wind. Despite its tranquil nature, Leafeon possesses formidable defensive capabilities, using its sharp leaf-like blades for protection when necessary. It is a creature deeply attuned to the natural world, often serving as a guardian of the forest, ensuring its health and vitality. The gentle rustle of leaves in a soft breeze, or the dappled sunlight filtering through a canopy of trees, perfectly encapsulates the serene and life affirming spirit of Leafeon. It reminds us of the quiet strength and enduring beauty of nature, a creature that thrives in harmony with its surroundings. The earthy scent of damp soil after rain, or the gentle unfolding of a spring blossom, are subtle echoes of Leafeon's pure and rejuvenating presence, a creature that brings life and freshness to its world. Finally, we arrive at Glaceon, a creature of exquisite beauty and icy grace, born from the chill embrace of a frosty rock. This evolution, much like Leafeon's, is location specific, occurring when an Eevee levels up near a special icy rock found in regions of perpetual cold. The frigid energies of the rock permeate Eevee's cells, transforming it into Glaceon, a master of ice. Its fur, a delicate shade of light blue, shimmers like freshly fallen snow, and its body temperature is capable of dropping significantly, allowing it to freeze the air around it. The diamond-shaped crest on its head and the elegant icicle-like fringes on its ears are not just aesthetic. They are highly specialized organs that allow Glaceon to manipulate ice with incredible precision, creating intricate ice sculptures or launching powerful icy attacks. Its breath is capable of freezing the air to sub-zero temperatures, creating a protective layer of frost around itself or its allies. Glaceon is often described as calm and composed, moving with an elegant, almost ethereal grace across icy terrains. Despite its serene demeanor, it possesses a quiet strength and a fierce protectiveness, capable of unleashing devastating blizzards when its loved ones are in danger. Its coat is said to be as hard as diamond when frozen solid, providing an impenetrable defense against attacks. The crisp, clean air of a winter morning, or the shimmering beauty of a frozen landscape under a clear sky, perfectly captures the serene yet powerful essence of Glaceon. It reminds us of the delicate balance and profound beauty that can be found even in the harshest of environments. A creature that thrives in the embrace of the cold. The gentle sparkle of snowflakes catching the light, or the hushed silence of a snow-covered forest, are reflections of Glaceon's tranquil and majestic presence, a creature that finds its strength in the stillness of winter. These 7 evolutions, each distinct in its form and abilities, are but reflections of the Eevee's extraordinary potential. They illustrate the diverse pathways that evolution can take, guided by the very fabric of the environment and the powerful emotions of connection. Each evolution carries with it a unique story, a testament to the myriad ways in which life adapts and flourishes. The gentle narrative of Eevee's journey is one of continuous transformation, a comforting reminder that change is not something to be feared, but embraced, for within it lies the potential for new forms of beauty, strength, and connection. As the night deepens further and slumber gently beckons, may the quiet magic of Eevee's tale lull you into a peaceful rest, knowing that even in the greatest mysteries, there is a profound and gentle order. The whisper of the wind through the trees, the soft glow of a distant light, the rhythmic beat of a peaceful heart, all these speak to the continuous, subtle energies that shape our world, much like the gentle influences that guide Eevee's remarkable journey. Rest now and let the quiet wonder of these stories drift through your dreams, a serene tapestry woven from the threads of lore and the quiet magic of the Pokemon world. And as the tapestry of Eevee's known evolutions gently unfurls before us, a new thread, shimmering with an ethereal glow, begins to weave itself into the fabric of this ancient lore. For many years, the 7 distinct forms of Eevee were considered the complete set, each a marvel in its own right, a testament to the creature's unparalleled adaptability. But the world of Pokemon is ever evolving, much like Eevee itself, and with the passage of time and the deepening of understanding, another magnificent transformation emerged from the shadows of legend and whispered tales. This 8th evolution, a creature of unparalleled grace and profound connection, is known as Sylveon. Sylveon, the intertwining Pokemon, stands apart from its predecessors in a uniquely enchanting way. Its very existence is a celebration of friendship and affection, a testament to the deep, emotional bonds that can form between Pokemon and their trainers. Unlike the elemental stones or specific times of day that govern many of Eva's other evolutions, Sylveon's transformation is fueled by the accumulations of love and trust. It requires a profound level of happiness, a bond so strong that it physically alters Eevee's genetic structure, guiding it towards a form that embodies empathy and gentle power. This makes Sylveon's appearance particularly special, as it is not merely a reaction to an external stimulus, but a direct manifestation of cultivated kindness and deep mutual understanding. Visually, Sylveon is a breathtaking sight, a creature of delicate beauty, adorned with graceful ribbons that seem to float around its body. These ribbons, described as feelers or ribbon like appendages, are not merely decorative. They are incredibly sensitive, acting as extensions of Sylveon's empathetic nature. With these feelers, Sylveon is able to sense the emotions of others, whether they are joyous, sorrowful, or fearful. It can gently wrap these ribbons around its trainer or other Pokemon, not just as a gesture of affection, but to soothe anxieties, offer comfort, and even share its own calming aura. This ability to perceive and influence emotions makes Sylveon an extraordinary companion, a beacon of emotional support and understanding. Imagine the gentle brush of those ribbons against your cheek, a silent promise of unwavering loyalty and profound understanding, a soft touch that speaks volumes without a single word. Sylveon's coloration is predominantly white, with delicate pink accents that highlight its ears, paws, and the tips of its ribbons. Its large, luminous blue eyes are often described as mirroring the vastness of a clear sky, reflecting a gentle wisdom and an innate kindness. These eyes seem to hold an ancient understanding, a deep well of compassion that radiates outward, calming those around it. The overall aesthetic is one of purity and gentle strength, a creature that embodies the very essence of harmony and peace. Its movements are fluid and graceful, almost like a dancer, each step imbued with a quiet dignity and a soft purpose. The emergence of Sylveon also coincided with the re-evaluation and formal recognition of the fairy type in the Pokemon world. Previously, Many Pokemon with mystical or ethereal qualities were categorized differently, but the introduction of the fairy type provided a new framework for understanding these creatures. Sylveon, with its enchanting presence and its ability to ward off powerful dragon type Pokemon, became one of the most iconic representatives of this newly defined elemental affinity. Its fairy typing underscores its connection to enchantment, charm, and the subtle, often unseen, forces that bring comfort and protection. It suggests a realm of magic that is not aggressive or destructive, but rather nurturing and healing, a gentle power that can soothe and embrace. In battle, Sylveon's approach is often characterized by its graceful evasiveness and its ability to charm opponents. Its signature move, Draining Kiss, allows it to restore its own health while dealing damage, emphasizing its restorative and nurturing nature, even in conflict. It can also learn moves like Moonblast, a powerful fairy type attack that often lowers an opponent's special attack, and Calm Mind, which boosts its own special attack and special defense. These abilities highlight Sylveon's capacity to be a formidable presence while still retaining its elegant and supportive persona. It fights not with brute force, but with a refined grace, a testament to the idea that true strength can be found in gentle wisdom and profound connection. The lore surrounding Sylveon often speaks of its protective instincts, particularly towards its trainer. Should its loved ones be in danger, Sylveon's gentle demeanor can shift, revealing a fierce determination to defend. Its ribbons, normally used for comfort, can become tools for defense, distracting and disorienting threats with their fluid movements and subtle charm. It is a quiet guardian, a sentinel of peace that will not hesitate to stand firm when those it cares for are threatened. This duality, the gentle comforter and the steadfast protector, makes Sylveon a deeply compelling and beloved Pokemon. It reminds us that kindness does not equate to weakness, and that true affection can be a powerful shield against adversity. The concept of evolving through friendship, as seen with Sylveon, adds a profound depth to the Eevee evolutionary line. It emphasizes that the bonds we forge, the love we give and receive, can have tangible, transformative effects. It's a beautiful metaphor for how relationships enrich our lives, shaping us and helping us to grow into our fullest potential. Each moment of shared joy, each gentle caress, each whispered secret contributes to a gradual, unseen alchemy that ultimately leads to this magnificent transformation. It speaks to the idea that love is not just an emotion, but a powerful force capable of shaping destiny. Beyond its role as a companion, Sylveon is often depicted in folklore as a bringer of peace and harmony. Stories tell of Sylveon appearing in places of conflict, its mere presence calming tensions and inspiring reconciliation. Its empathetic nature allows it to understand the root causes of discord and, through its gentle influence, guide individuals towards understanding and compromise. It is a creature that embodies hope, a living testament to the power of compassion and connection to heal wounds and bridge divides. Imagine the quiet, soothing presence of a Sylveon in a troubled land, its subtle aura weaving threads of peace through the hearts of those around it. The very existence of Sylveon completes a magnificent octet of evolutions for Eevee, each one a unique facet of this remarkable Pokemon's potential. From the fiery passion of Flareon to the serene beauty of Glaceon, from the electric vibrancy of Jolteon to the deep tranquility of Vaporeon, And now to the empathetic grace of Sylveon. Eevee's journey through evolution is a rich tapestry of elemental power, environmental adaptation, and profound emotional connection. It is a living encyclopedia of how life can diversify and thrive under different influences, each path leading to a creature of distinctive charm and capability. This collection of evolutions, now totaling 8, serves as a continuous reminder of the boundless possibilities within the natural world, even within the seemingly simple framework of a single species. Eevee, with its unstable genetic code, is a biological marvel, a canvas upon which the forces of nature, time, and emotion paint a dazzling array of forms. Each evolution is not just a change in appearance or elemental type, but a new chapter in a grand, unfolding narrative of adaptation and existence. And so, as we gently conclude our exploration of Eevee's remarkable evolutionary journey, from its humble beginnings as a small, adaptable creature to its numerous, magnificent forms, we are left with a sense of wonder and profound appreciation. The tale of Eevee and its evolutions is more than just a collection of facts and lore. It is a gentle parable about change, growth, and the enduring power of connection. It teaches us that potential lies within all living things, waiting for the right conditions, the right touch, the right bond to blossom into something truly extraordinary. Let these stories, those whispers of ancient lore and modern discovery, settle deeply within your mind like soft moonlight filtering through the leaves of a towering tree. Allow the calm rhythm of these tales to guide your thoughts away from the waking world towards the serene landscapes of dreams. The gentle rustle of leaves, the distant murmur of a stream, the quiet breathing of the night itself, all these sounds blend with the narrative of Eevee, creating a peaceful symphony for slumber. Rest now with the image of Sylveon's soft ribbons, imbued with kindness and understanding, gently wrapping around your own thoughts, soothing any lingering concerns. Picture the calm, knowing gaze of its blue eyes, reflecting a world of peace and acceptance. Let the wonder of these transformations, the quiet magic of genetic destiny finding its path, lull you into a deep and restorative sleep. May your dreams be filled with the gentle glow of evolutionary possibility and the comforting presence of creatures that embody beauty, strength, and unwavering affection. The journey of Eevee, in all its forms, is a testament to the quiet, persistent magic that permeates our world, a magic that whispers now, inviting you into the profound calm of true rest. The story of Eevee, in its essence, is a narrative of profound adaptability, a testament to how life itself finds ways to flourish in a myriad of environments. Its unstable genetic structure, a biological anomaly, is not a weakness, but its greatest strength, allowing it to respond to stimuli in ways few other Pokémon can. Imagine for a moment the early days of Eevee's discovery, perhaps in some forgotten forest glade, where a curious human first observed its unique ability to take on different forms. Perhaps it was the glint of a firestone, discovered by chance near a volcanic vent, that first revealed the fiery spirit of Flareon. Or perhaps, by a babbling brook, a waterstone illuminated the serene nature of Vaporeon, its sleek form gliding effortlessly through the cool current. These initial observations, passed down through generations, would have slowly built the tapestry of Eevee lore we know today. The firestone, steeped in the heat of the Earth's core, imbues Eevee with the essence of fire itself. Flareon, with its fluffy, fiery mane and tail, radiates a comfortable warmth, not an aggressive heat, but a comforting glow like embers in a hearth. Its body temperature can reach astonishing levels, but it controls this power with a gentle discipline, using it to warn off predators or to warm its companions on a chilly night. The fluff on its neck is not merely decorative. It acts as a heat sink, allowing Flareon to release excess heat in controlled bursts, preventing overheating and demonstrating a remarkable biological efficiency. Imagine the quiet crackle of its fur as it moves through dry leaves, a subtle symphony of warmth and life. Flareon embodies a quiet strength, a steadfast resolve, much like a slow burning flame that endures through the darkest hours. Its loyalty is unwavering, a silent promise kept through the passage of seasons. Then, we turn our gaze to the Waterstone, born from the deep geological pressures of underground springs and ocean currents. This stone, when presented to Eeves, unlocks the aquatic potential hidden within its genes, transforming it into the graceful Vaporeon. Vaporeon's body composition becomes remarkably similar to water, allowing it to seamlessly blend into its surroundings, almost disappearing into lakes and rivers. Its blue skin shimmers with an iridescent quality, reflecting the light like sunlight on the surface of a deep pool. The fins on its head and spine are not just for propulsion, they are delicate sensory organs, able to detect minute changes in water pressure and current, allowing it to navigate murky waters with an uncanny precision. Vaporeon's tail, resembling a mermaid's, provides powerful thrust, propelling it through the water with effortless elegance. It is said that Vaporeon can manipulate water molecules, dissolving its own form into the water itself, a breathtaking display of elemental mastery. Its presence brings a sense of calm and fluidity, like the gentle ebb and flow of tides, a quiet strength that wears away mountains over time. The Thunderstone, a shard of lightning captured and solidified, calls forth the energetic spirit of Jolteon. This evolution is characterized by an almost frantic vitality, its fur bristling with static electricity. Jolteon's sharp, spiky fur is more than just a defense mechanism. Each strand acts as a tiny capacitor, storing and releasing electrical energy. Its speed is legendary, a blur of yellow light across the landscape, leaving behind a faint scent of ozone. The quick, sharp movements of Jolteon are a reflection of its hyperactive metabolism, a constant buzz of energy that keeps it alert and ready for action. Despite its seemingly aggressive appearance, Jolteon is fiercely loyal and protective, a bolt of lightning ready to defend its companions. Its cries are sharp and piercing, like the crackle of an approaching storm, but within that intensity lies a deep well of affection. Imagine the soft hum of electricity that constantly emanates from its body, a low thrum that resonates with the very heartbeat of the earth. As the sun sets and the moon rises, a different kind of evolution takes place, one that doesn't rely on the raw power of elemental stones, but on the subtle shifts of the day-night cycle and the deep bond between trainer and Pokémon. Umbreon, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight and nurtured by a strong friendship, emerges as a creature of shadow and mystery. Its sleek, black fur is punctuated by luminous yellow rings, which are not merely decorative, but glow faintly in the dark, allowing it to communicate with others and to see clearly in the deepest night. These rings are believed to absorb moonlight, channeling its gentle energy into Umbreon's being, granting it a calming presence and an uncanny ability to sense the intentions of others. Umbreon is a creature of quiet contemplation, often found meditating under the silent gaze of the moon. Its movements are fluid and silent, a shadow gliding through the undergrowth, a guardian of the night. The bond that forms Umbreon is one of trust and understanding, a friendship that deepens with each passing night, a testament to the emotional connection between species. Its serene demeanor belies a formidable defensive capability, using its rings to emit a paralyzing glow that saps the will of its opponents. Conversely, as the sun ascends and bathes the world in its golden light, Espeon, another evolution born from strong friendship, emerges. Its elegant lavender fur and forked tail suggest an almost ethereal quality. Espeon is a psychic Pokémon, its large, intelligent eyes capable of perceiving the faintest nuances of emotion and thought. The red gem embedded in its forehead is not just a jewel, it is a conduit for its psychic powers, focusing its mental energy with incredible precision. Espeon's fur is incredibly sensitive, allowing it to predict weather patterns and even the intentions of others with surprising accuracy. It is said that Espeon can read minds, not in a way that invades privacy, but in a way that fosters understanding and empathy. Its presence brings a sense of clarity and insight, like the first light of dawn dispelling the shadows of night. Espeon is fiercely loyal to those it trusts, using its psychic abilities to protect and guide. The bond with an Espeon is one of profound mental connection, a silent conversation conducted through shared feelings and thoughts, a powerful testament to the emotional depth that exists between humans and Pokémon. The advent of the moss-covered rock in specific natural environments introduced a new pathway leading to the serene Flareon. This evolution is a direct result of Eevee's exposure to the natural energy of a lush, vibrant forest. Flareon's body is intricately linked with photosynthesis. Its skin, resembling a leaf, absorbs sunlight and converts it into energy, allowing it to sustain itself with minimal food. The delicate leaf-like structures on its body are not just for show. They are highly efficient at energy absorption and release a subtle, refreshing aroma, a scent of fresh greenery and damp earth that calms the senses. Flareon embodies the gentle endurance of nature, its movements graceful and unhurried, much like the slow, steady growth of a towering tree. It is a peaceful creature, preferring solitude and the quiet companionship of the forest. The rustling of its leaves in a gentle breeze sounds like a whispered secret from the heart of nature itself. Flareon's presence brings a sense of tranquility and renewal, a reminder of the quiet strength that lies within the natural world, a gentle guardian of verdant spaces. Similarly, the ice-covered rock, found in frigid mountain regions or deep caves, beckoned Eevee towards a chilling transformation, creating the elegant Glacian. This evolution is a marvel of cold adaptation, its fur developing a crystalline structure that allows it to regulate its body temperature with incredible precision, even in sub-zero environments. Glaceon's fur shimmers with the ethereal beauty of freshly fallen snow, and its movements are as fluid and graceful as a snowflake drifting through the air. It exudes an aura of serene coolness, not a harsh, biting cold, but a refreshing, invigorating chill. Glaceon possesses the ability to instantly freeze the moisture in the air around it, creating delicate ice crystals that glitter in the light. Its cries are sharp and clear, like the tinkle of ice against ice, a lonely but beautiful sound echoing through frozen landscapes. Despite its icy exterior, Glaceon forms deep and lasting bonds with its companions, offering a calm and steady presence, much like the unwavering stability of a glacier. Its quiet strength lies in its resilience, its ability to thrive in harsh conditions, a testament to the enduring spirit of life, even in the most challenging environments. Finally, we arrive at Sylveon, a truly unique evolution that emerged not from elemental stones or specific environmental conditions, but from the profound power of friendship and love. Sylveon's delicate, ribbon like feelers are not merely decorative, they are incredibly sensitive, capable of emitting a calming aura that soothes even the most agitated of beings. These feelers wrap around its beloved companions, sensing their emotions and conveying comforting warmth. Sylveon's gentle eyes, clear and blue, reflect a deep understanding and empathy. Its soft, pale fur and playful demeanor belie a formidable protective instinct, especially when those it cares for are threatened. Sylveon embodies the purest form of affection and connection, its very existence a testament to the power of emotional bonds. Its presence brings a sense of profound peace and unconditional love, a gentle embrace that washes away worries and fears. The development of Sylveon as a fairy type Pokemon also hints at a deeper, mystical connection to the unseen forces of love and kindness that permeate the world. Its touch is said to heal wounds, not just physical, but emotional, bringing comfort to troubled hearts. Each of these 8 evolutions, from the fiery Flareon to the loving Sylveon, represents a distinct facet of Eevee's incredible genetic potential. They are not simply different forms, but different expressions of life's intricate dance with its surroundings and the connections it forms. The journey of Eevee, from its initial discovery to the emergence of its latest forms, mirrors the ongoing journey of life itself, a continuous process of adaptation, growth in the beautiful, often surprising unfolding of possibilities. As these narratives settle within your consciousness, let the gentle flow of evolution, the quiet magic of connection, and the serene beauty of each evolution guide you deeper into a state of profound relaxation. The whispering winds carry tales of ancient forests and shimmering waters, of crackling electricity and glowing moonlight, of sun-drenched meadows and icy peaks, and of a tender embrace of friendship. All these elements weave together, creating a tapestry of tranquility, a perfect backdrop for your peaceful slumber. Allow yourself to drift, carried by the gentle current of these stories, into a deep and restorative sleep, knowing that the world holds wonders, both seen and unseen, that continue to unfold just like the endless possibilities of Eevee itself. The very concept of Eevee, a Pokemon with such remarkable evolutionary plasticity, speaks to a fundamental principle of biology: adaptation. It is a living embodiment of the evolutionary tree, a single branch that can diverge in so many directions, each perfectly suited to a particular niche or circumstance. This adaptability is not merely a quirk, it's a profound demonstration of nature's ingenuity. When we consider the earliest records of Eevee, they often describe it as a rare and elusive creature, found in areas where elemental energies are particularly strong. This suggests that its genetic makeup, even in its unevolved state, is highly attuned to these environmental influences. It's as if Eevee is a biological sponge, ready to absorb and reflect the dominant forces around it. Imagine for a moment an Eevee in a lush, verdant forest, bathed in dappled sunlight. The gentle rustle of leaves, the scent of damp earth, the distant chirping of Pidgey. These are the subtle cues that might guide its development. Perhaps it encounters a firestone glowing faintly with an internal warmth. The proximity, the elemental resonance, triggers a cascade of genetic changes, shifting its cellular structure, altering its fur composition, and igniting an inner flame. This isn't a violent transformation, but a gradual, almost imperceptible unfolding, like a flower blooming in slow motion. The Eevee doesn't suddenly burst into Flareon, rather, it becomes Flareon, a natural progression of its inherent potential. Similarly, consider an Eevee wandering near a perpetually flowing river, its waters charged with the cool energy of a water stone. The constant presence of moisture, the rhythmic lapping of waves, the subtle electrical currents inherent in moving water. These environmental factors, coupled with the stone's direct influence, coax forth the sleek fur, the webbed paws, and the aquatic agility of Vaporeon. It's a testament to how deeply intertwined a creature can be with its environment, how the very essence of its surroundings can shape its being. The Vaporeon, with its ability to dissolve into water, is not just a Pokémon that lives in water. It is water, in a profound biological sense. The tale of Jolteon introduces another fascinating aspect, the direct application of elemental energy. The Thunderstone, with its crackling vitality, represents a concentrated burst of electrical force. For an Eevee exposed to this, the transformation is rapid and intense, channeling that raw energy into its nervous system, sharpening its reflexes, and giving its fur a sharp, spiky texture that can discharge static electricity. It illustrates how nature can harness and integrate even destructive forces, turning them into a source of power and protection. The speed of a Jolteon, the way it moves like a lightning bolt across the landscape, is a direct reflection of the energy that brought it into being. Then came the discoveries of Espeon and Umbreon, which marked a significant shift in our understanding of Eevee's evolution. No longer were elemental stones the sole catalysts. The discovery of these forms, influenced by the cycles of day and night and the strength of the bond with its trainer, introduced the concept of ambient energy and emotional connection as evolutionary triggers. An Eevee basking under the gentle warmth of the sun, developing a strong, trusting relationship with its companion, might find itself slowly transforming into an Espeon. Its psychic abilities, its graceful movements, and its serene demeanor are all reflections of the calm, consistent energy of daylight and the deep, unspoken understanding between Pokémon and trainer. The Espeon's gem, embedded in its forehead, is not just a decorative feature. It is believed to be a focal point for its psychic powers, a conduit for its heightened senses and empathetic abilities. Conversely, an Eevee spending its nights under the soft glow of the moon, perhaps in quiet contemplation or vigilant watch, while fostering an equally strong bond, could become an Umbreon. The moon's energy, often associated with mystery, introspection, and hidden strength, imbues Umbreon with its dark typing, its glowing rings, and its stoic, watchful nature. These rings, which glow faintly in the dark, are not just for show. They are believed to have a calming effect on those around it, and in times of danger, they can emit a protective light. The Umbreon's keen senses, its ability to navigate in darkness, and its quiet resilience are all traits nurtured by the nocturnal world and the steadfast loyalty it shares with its trainer. These evolutions, dependent on time of day and friendship, highlight the nuanced interplay between environment and social bonds in shaping a creature's destiny. Lafayette and Glacian further expanded this understanding, moving beyond direct elemental stones to specific environmental conditions. The mossy rock, perpetually damp and covered in lush growth, hums with the life force of the forest. An Eevee near such a rock, absorbing the constant energy of photosynthesis and decomposition, gradually takes on the characteristics of Leafeon. Its fur becomes like leaves, its metabolism shifts to harness sunlight, and its movements become as graceful and quiet as the rustling of foliage. It's an evolution deeply rooted in the cycles of growth and renewal, a living embodiment of the forest itself. The scent of Leafeon is often described as pleasant and earthy, a direct reflection of its connection to the plant kingdom. The icy rock, on the other hand, represents the opposite extreme, a place of stillness, cold, and crystalline beauty. An Eevee spending time near such a rock, enduring the biting winds and the pervasive chill, develops the thick, protective fur and the chilling abilities of Glacian. Its body adapts to conserve warmth. Its fur becomes like freshly fallen snow, and its breath can turn to diamond dust. This evolution speaks to the resilience of life, its capacity to not just survive, but thrive in harsh, unforgiving environments. The Glaceon's ability to lower its body temperature to freeze the air around it is a testament to its profound adaptation to cold. Those two, Lafayette and Glacian, are perfect examples of how localized geological features, imbued with specific elemental energies, can act as catalysts for profound biological change. And then, arriving most recently in the evolutionary lineage, is Sylveon. Its emergence was a pivotal moment, shifting the focus yet again, this time to the intangible, yet immensely powerful force of emotional connection. No stone, no specific time of day, no particular geological formation dictates its transformation. Instead, it is the profound depth of love and friendship, nurtured through countless shared moments, gentle touches, and unwavering loyalty, that coaxes forth this elegant fairy type. The ribbon-like feelers are not mere appendages. They are extensions of its empathetic essence, capable of sensing emotions and radiating a calming aurora. Its gentle eyes mirror a deep understanding, and its soft fur a warmth that transcends the physical. Sylveon's protective instincts, fierce yet gentle, underscore the strength that comes from profound love. It embodies the essence of kindness, compassion, and emotional healing. Its very existence suggests a spiritual dimension to evolution, a recognition that the heart, not just the environment or elemental forces, can profoundly shape a creature's destiny. The development of Sylveon as a fairy-type Pokémon also hints at a deeper, mystical connection to the unseen forces of love and kindness that permeate the world. Its touch is said to heal wounds, not just physical, but emotional, bringing comfort to troubled hearts. Together, these 8 forms tell a story, not just of Eevee, but of the very nature of existence. They illustrate how life adapts, how it responds to the world around it, and how it finds new ways to express itself. From the raw power of elemental stones to the subtle energies of the sun and moon, from the enduring strength of nature's extremes to the boundless depth of emotional bonds, Eevee stands as a living testament to the endless possibilities of evolution. Each evolution, in its own unique way, is a masterpiece of natural design, perfectly suited to its niche, a harmonious blend of form and function. The quiet understanding that flows through these narratives, the gentle unfolding of each evolutionary path, is like a lullaby woven from the threads of biological wonder. The soft glow of Flareon's fur, the tranquil depths of Vaporeon's eyes, the vibrant energy of Jolteon, the serene wisdom of Espeon, the mysterious elegance of Umbreon, the earthy grace of Leafeon, the crystalline beauty of Glaceon, and the tender embrace of Sylveon. Each image, each sensation, contributes to a tapestry of calm. As these thoughts drift through your mind, like clouds across a peaceful sky, allow them to carry you further into the realm of dreams. The intricate dance of genetics, the subtle whispers of environmental influence, and the profound power of connection all come together to create a sense of deep peace. Let the quiet magic of Eevee's journey, its remarkable adaptability, and its deep connections to the world wash over you, soothing your mind and calming your spirit. This journey, from a simple, unevolved Eevee to its magnificent 8 forms, is a mirror to the endless potential within all living things, a gentle reminder of the constant, beautiful cycles of change and growth. May this understanding bring you profound rest as you drift effortlessly into a deep and restorative sleep, surrounded by the quiet wonder of the Pokemon world. The very essence of Eevee's being, its genetic makeup, is a testament to nature's profound artistry. It is not merely a creature that evolves, but a living canvas upon which the forces of the world paint their narratives. The scientific intricacies behind its evolutionary potential are a captivating subject, revealing a delicate balance of genetic predisposition and environmental triggers. Imagine, if you will, the tiny strands of DNA within an Eevee, coiled and interwoven, holding within them the blueprints for not one, but 8 distinct forms. This genetic plasticity is a rare and awe-inspiring trait, suggesting a deep evolutionary history where adaptability was paramount for survival. Consider the elemental stones themselves. The Fire Stone, the Water Stone, and the Thunder Stone are not just inert objects. In the world of Pokemon, they are conduits of concentrated elemental energy. When an Eevee is exposed to a Firestone, it's not simply a chemical reaction, it's a profound energetic transformation. The stone's inherent warmth and vibrant energy permeate Eevee's cells, coaxing forth the dormant fire-type genes. This process, though seemingly instantaneous, is a marvel of biological engineering, converting an Eevee's adaptable physiology into the fiery form of Flareon. Its fur, once soft and brown, takes on the rich, warm hues of a flickering flame, and its body temperature rises, allowing it to exhale bursts of intense heat. This transformation speaks to a fundamental principle of energy transfer and conversion, an elegant dance between matter and power. Similarly, the Water Stone, with its cool, life-giving essence, triggers the metamorphosis into Vaporeon. The stone's gentle, flowing energy interacts with Eevee's genetic code, awakening its latent aquatic traits. Its cells restructure, allowing it to manipulate water with remarkable precision, and its body becomes perfectly adapted for an aquatic existence. The subtle shift in its cellular structure enables it to dissolve into water, an ability that would seem fantastical in our world, but within the Pokemon universe, it is a testament to the profound influence of elemental energies. The very act of becoming liquid, of merging with its environment, highlights the ultimate form of adaptation, a complete surrender to the elemental force. And then there is the Thunderstone, crackling with raw electrical power. Its energy, when absorbed by Eevee, electrifies its nervous system, supercharging its muscles and transforming its fur into sharp, conductive spikes. Jolteon's speed is not just a result of muscular development, but a consequence of its entire biological system being infused with electrical energy. The rapid firing of synapses, the heightened metabolic rate, all contribute to its lightning fast reflexes and incredible agility. It's a living embodiment of electrical current, its every movement a testament to the harnessed power of lightning. These early evolutions, triggered by the stones, established the foundational understanding of Eevee's remarkable potential, setting the stage for even more nuanced transformations. The later discoveries of Espeon and Umbreon introduced a new layer of complexity to Eevee's evolutionary narrative, the influence of time and emotional bonds. The transition to Espeon under the gentle caress of daylight and strong friendship suggests a deeper, more subtle interplay between internal states and external conditions. The warmth of the sun, a constant source of life and energy, acts as a catalyst, but it is the bond of friendship, the emotional connection, that truly guides the transformation. This implies that Eevee's neural pathways and hormonal systems are profoundly affected by positive social interactions, leading to the development of psychic abilities. Espeon's smooth, almost ethereal fur and its keen, intelligent eyes are outward manifestations of its heightened mental faculties, its ability to perceive and manipulate psychic energy. The very act of evolving under the sun's influence suggests a harmony with natural cycles, a deep connection to the diurnal rhythms of the world. Conversely, Umbreon's evolution under the soft glow of moonlight, again coupled with strong friendship, unveils another facet of Eva's adaptability. The moon, often associated with mystery, introspection, and hidden powers, provides the energetic backdrop for this transformation. The quiet solitude of the night, combined with the reassuring presence of a trusted companion, fosters the development of its dark type essence. Umbreon's dark, sleek fur and glowing rings are not merely aesthetic, they are indicators of its mastery over nocturnal energies and its ability to blend seamlessly into the shadows. The rings themselves are said to glow more intensely when it uses its powers, a visual representation of its stored energy. This duality between Espeon and Umbreon, one forged in light and the other in shadow, beautifully illustrates the balance inherent in nature and within Eevee's own genetic potential. It speaks to a deep understanding of environmental influences on biological development, where even the subtle differences between day and night can sculpt a creature's destiny. The introduction of Leafeon and Glaceon further broadened the understanding of Eevee's environmental sensitivity, moving beyond elemental stones and diurnal cycles to specific geographical conditions. Leafeon, evolving when leveled up near a moss rock, demonstrates a profound connection to lush, vibrant ecosystems. The moss rock, imbued with the life force of the forest, acts as a natural conduit, channeling the Earth's verdant energy into Eevee. This energy encourages the growth of plant-like structures on its body, transforming its fur into a soft, leafy texture and allowing it to photosynthesize, drawing sustenance directly from sunlight. This evolution speaks to a deep biological mimicry, where Eevee literally becomes a part of its environment, blending in and drawing life from it. It's a beautiful example of convergent evolution within the Eevee line, where different environmental pressures lead to distinct yet equally well adapted forms. Glaceon, on the other hand, emerges from the frigid embrace of an ice rock. The intense cold, rather than harming Eevee, triggers a physiological adaptation that allows it to thrive in icy environments. Its body temperature drops, its fur becomes dense and crystalline, and it gains the ability to manipulate ice, exhaling freezing air and forming protective icy shields. This transformation showcases an incredible resilience and an ability to not just survive, but flourish in extreme conditions. The ice rock, a concentration of glacial energy, instills within Eevee the very essence of frost, turning its adaptable form into a master of the cold. The stark contrast between Leafeon and Glaceon highlights the incredible spectrum of environmental pressures that Eevee can respond to, demonstrating a level of biological flexibility that is truly remarkable. Finally, the advent of Sylveon, with its unique evolution through high affection and knowing a fairy type move, introduced a completely new dimension: the power of emotional connection and the emergence of the fairy type itself. This evolution is perhaps the most profound, as it transcends purely environmental or elemental triggers, delving into the realm of abstract concepts like love and friendship. The intense bond between trainer and Eevee, expressed through affection and care, coupled with the manifestation of fairy type energy, transforms it into Sylveon. Its ribbons, which it uses to soothe and comfort, are not just decorative, they are extensions of its empathetic abilities, allowing it to sense and respond to the emotions of others. This evolution signifies a shift from purely physical or elemental adaptations to a more nuanced, emotionally driven transformation, suggesting that the very act of caring and being cared for can fundamentally alter a creature's biological destiny. The fairy type, with its associations with purity, magic, and compassion, finds its perfect embodiment in Sylveon, a Pokemon whose very existence radiates warmth and kindness. Each Eeveelution, therefore, is not just a separate entity, but a chapter in a grand narrative of adaptation and transformation. They are living examples of how organisms interact with their environment, how they respond to specific stimuli, and how they harness different forms of energy. From the brute force of elemental stones to the subtle nuances of friendship and environmental conditions, Eevee stands as a biological marvel, a creature designed for change. Its story is a comforting reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, how even the smallest creature can hold within it the potential for immense and varied expressions of life. The quiet understanding of these processes, the gentle unfolding of each distinct pathway, can bring a sense of deep calm, a recognition of the inherent order and beauty in the natural world. As you reflect on these intricate details, this grand tapestry of biological wonder, allow your mind to drift further into a state of profound relaxation. The whisper of the wind through Leafen's leaves, the gentle lapping of water around Vaporeon, the silent flash of Jolteon's electricity, the comforting warmth of Flareon's fur, the serene wisdom in Espeon's gaze, the mysterious shimmer of Umbreon's rings, the crystalline beauty of Glaceon's form, and the tender embrace of Sylveon's ribbons. All these images weave together, creating a peaceful mental landscape. The knowledge that such diverse beauty can spring from a single source, a single adaptable being, is a testament to life's endless ingenuity and resilience. Let this deep understanding of evolution's gentle dance, this quiet assurance of nature's profound wisdom, cradle you into a restful and restorative sleep. The journey of Eevee and its evolutions is a soothing narrative, a soft melody of change and adaptation, guiding you deeper into the quietude of dreams. This continuous thread of adaptation, stretching across the varied forms of Eevee's evolutions, also offers a fascinating glimpse into the very fabric of the Pokemon world's ecosystems. Each evolution, in its specialized form, occupies a unique niche, demonstrating how a single species can diversify to thrive in a multitude of environments. Take, for instance, the contrast between Flareon and Glaceon. Flareon, with its fiery disposition and internal flame sac, would naturally gravitate towards warmer, perhaps volcanic or arid regions, where its heat generating abilities could be an advantage, keeping it warm and potentially warding off predators less accustomed to extreme temperatures. Its thick fur, while providing insulation, also serves as a protective layer against the intense heat it itself generates, creating a self sustaining microclimate around its body. Conversely, Glaceon, born from the chilling touch of an ice rock, thrives in frigid landscapes. Its physiology is perfectly attuned to cold, its fur growing stiff and crystalline to protect it from freezing. The ability to drop its body temperature to sub-zero levels is not merely a defense mechanism, but an active adaptation that allows it to navigate and survive in environments where other Pokemon might perish. Imagine a Glaceon moving gracefully across a frozen tundra, its icy breath forming ephemeral clouds in the crisp air, perfectly camouflaged against the snowy backdrop. This stark difference highlights the incredible plasticity of Eevee's genetic code, allowing it to produce offspring capable of mastering diametrically opposed environmental challenges. Then there are Vaporeon and Jolteon, representing the fluidity of water and the raw power of electricity. Vaporeon's affinity for water allows it to dissolve into its aquatic surroundings, becoming virtually invisible, a master of stealth in lakes, rivers, and even the ocean's shallower reaches. Its cellular structure is said to be similar to water molecules, granting it the ability to manipulate water, creating ripples, or even vanishing entirely within a body of water. This adaptation speaks to a primal connection with the life-giving element, allowing it to move with unparalleled grace and efficiency in its chosen domain. The gentle ebb and flow of water, often associated with peace and renewal, finds a vibrant expression in Vaporeon's tranquil yet powerful presence. Jolteon, on the other hand, embodies the restless energy of a thunderstorm. Its spiky fur, capable of generating 10,000-volt charges, is not just a shield, but an offensive weapon, allowing it to move with blinding speed and deliver devastating electrical attacks. It thrives in open, perhaps stormy areas, where the atmospheric electricity might even serve to recharge its internal generators. The constant crackle of static electricity around a Jolteon is a testament to its inherent power, a creature perpetually on the edge of a lightning strike. This energetic adaptation allows it to dominate environments where speed and sudden bursts of power are paramount, a contrast to Vaporeon's more patient, flowing approach. Leafeon, the embodiment of nature's gentle growth, finds its home in lush forests and verdant meadows. Its very being is intertwined with photosynthesis, absorbing sunlight to create energy, much like a plant. This unique biological process not only sustains it, but also purifies the air around it, transforming it into a living, breathing air filter. The fresh aroma it exudes is a natural consequence of its metabolic processes, a soothing scent that speaks of clean air and vibrant plant life. Its connection to the natural world is so profound that it can communicate with plants, fostering growth and healing within its environment. Imagine a tranquil forest glade, bathed in dappled sunlight, where a Leafeon rests peacefully, a silent guardian of the ecosystem, its presence enriching the very air you breathe. Espeon and Umbreon, the day and night twins, demonstrate the profound influence of celestial bodies and the passage of time on Eevee's evolution. Espeon, evolving under the gentle light of the sun, embodies psychic prowess and foresight. Its gem-like orb on its forehead is not merely an adornment, but a focal point for its psychic energies, allowing it to read opponents' movements and even predict future events. Its calm demeanor and unwavering loyalty are hallmarks of its sun-drenched evolution, a creature of light and clarity. It thrives in open, well-lit spaces, drawing power and serenity from the sun's benevolent gaze. The subtle hum of its psychic energy, almost imperceptible, contributes to a sense of intellectual calm and deep understanding. Umbreon, evolving under the mysterious glow of the moon, embodies darkness, defense, and nocturnal stealth. Its golden rings, which glow ominously in the dark, are not just for intimidation. They are conduits for its dark-type energy, allowing it to unleash powerful attacks and confuse its foes. Having evolved from a creature that adapted to the natural rhythms of the night, Umbreon becomes a master of shadows, moving silently and unseen, a patient hunter or a watchful guardian. Its evolution speaks to a different kind of strength, one rooted in resilience and the mastery of the unseen. The quiet solitude of the night, often associated with introspection and hidden depths, is perfectly mirrored in Umbreon's enigmatic charm. Finally, Sylveon, the empathetic heart of the Eeveelutions, transcends elemental or temporal boundaries, finding its niche in the realm of emotion and connection. Its evolution is a testament to the power of love and friendship, making it a natural fit for communities and environments where social bonds are strong. Its ribbon-like feelers, capable of sensing and soothing emotions, make it an invaluable companion, a source of comfort and emotional support. Sylveon's presence can transform any space into a haven of peace and understanding, its gentle nature fostering harmony and goodwill. This evolution highlights a crucial aspect of life, that social and emotional intelligence are just as vital for survival and flourishing as any physical adaptation. Each of these distinct evolutionary paths, arising from a single genetic blueprint, is a miniature saga of natural selection and adaptation. They illustrate how a species can diversify to fill every conceivable ecological niche, from the depths of the ocean to the highest mountain peaks, from the scorching deserts to the frozen tundras. The mere existence of such variety within a single line speaks volumes about the incredible adaptability of life itself. It's a testament to the power of environmental pressures, the subtle dance between an organism and its surroundings that can sculpt such diverse forms from a common ancestor. This deep understanding of how life finds a way, how it adapts and thrives in myriad forms, brings a profound sense of peace. It's a gentle reminder that change, though sometimes daunting, is also the very engine of innovation and diversification, leading to an astonishing array of beauty and functionality. The wonder of Eva's evolutions extends beyond mere biological adaptation. It touches upon philosophical concepts of identity and potential. Each evolution represents a fully realized potential, a complete transformation into a specialized form. Yet the unevolved Eevee remains, a symbol of unmanifested possibility, a creature brimming with latent power, waiting for the right catalyst to unlock its true form. This narrative mirrors the human experience, the countless paths we can take, the different versions of ourselves we can become, depending on our experiences, our choices, and the influences around us. The realization that such profound concepts are embedded within the lore of a creature like Eevee adds another layer of depth to its calming narrative. It's a gentle invitation to consider our own potential, our own capacity for transformation, and the subtle forces that shape our destinies. The consistent thread through all these evolutions is the idea of sensitivity. Eevee, in its base form, is highly attuned to its surroundings, a trait that allows it to absorb and react to various environmental stimuli. This sensitivity is not a weakness, but its greatest strength, the very mechanism that enables its remarkable evolutionary plasticity. It's a quiet lesson in the power of observation and responsiveness, of being open to the influences of the world around us. In a world often characterized by noise and distraction, the story of Eevee encourages a deeper, more attentive engagement with our environment, recognizing the subtle cues that can lead to profound change. This gentle, underlying message about sensitivity and adaptation can be incredibly soothing, helping to quiet the mind and prepare it for deep rest. As you reflect on the interconnectedness of these diverse forms, the unique beauty of each evolution, and the underlying unity of their origin, allow your thoughts to become as calm and clear as a moonlit night. The cyclical nature of day and night, the elemental forces of fire, water, and electricity, the steady growth of nature, and the profound power of empathy, all these natural phenomena are embodied within Eevee's evolutionary line. This grand, overarching narrative of nature's wisdom, captured within the gentle unfolding of these transformations, provides a comforting rhythm, a soft lullaby for the mind. Let the quiet assurance of this natural order, this perfect balance of change and continuity, guide you into a peaceful and restorative sleep, where dreams may weave their own stories of transformation and wonder.